Are you ready?
Are you ready?
It's time for Effngham Hearts football on your home for local sports, 97.9 XFM. Let's go to the sideline for the pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. It's a football Friday night as the Effngham Hearts are in Mattoon to play the Green Wave. Good evening. I'm Greg Sapp, Dustin White alongside, Caleb Moody recording the video of this, and Gail Warner working hard back at the studios. And this is just half our sports broadcasts for tonight. Right now over on KJ Country at 102.3, we have NASCAR and Xfinity action from Bristol. So that's already underway. That started at 6, so we have NASCAR on KJ and high school football here on the X. And Dustin and I were just talking before we went on the air. Both these teams are 1-2. Both lost their first 2 games. Both won last week. And both need a whole bunch more wins if they want to play in the postseason.
The stakes are similar for both of these clubs. Start off the season with a couple of pretty tough opponents. You take losses that you don't necessarily need to feel bad about, but you still put yourself in a position where, of course, you need to win at least 5 out of your next 7 games if you want to try and make the playoffs. Both teams got into winnable games in week 3 and took care of business, but you look at their schedules down the road, they've got some tough tasks left ahead of them, and that makes this a game, I think, for both Effngham and Mattoon, a game that they really feel like they can't afford to lose. And so that's going to mean good competition out on the field. The stakes are pretty high for a week 4 game.
Yeah, I've been looking at this one all week, that this is a really good barometer because the Hearts opponents the first 2 weeks were so good. Well, yeah, they won. And then last week, Charleston struggling, so they got beat. Now, here are 2 very similar teams, so I think this has the makings of a heck of a ball game tonight. And so for that reason, I'm kind of excited to be here.
And I think Effngham should be pumped up for this game, especially because when you look at last season, the schedule was tough last year too. And Mattoon was a game, if you look at the games that Effngham lost last year, that was one where I think they probably felt like they should have won it. You know, there's games that you could win and there's games that you should win. And I think that Effngham had a couple of each last year, but I think they look at the Mattoon game as one that they probably should have pulled out, and they are going to be trying to make up for that this time around.
Let's take a break. We'll be back with more pregame information in a minute. Again, it's Effngham at Mattoon on 97.9 XFM.
Come see all the new and exciting Chevrolet and Toyota vehicles here at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effngham, or shop and buy 24/7 at danheck.com.
The Giving Plate, a meal service with heart. Purchase fresh and frozen meals along with salads and wraps. We have provided over 1,000 free meals to members of our local community. Check us out at our website and order online at thegivingplatemeals.com.
This is the Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota pregame show. Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, your complete transportation headquarters since 1958.
Back at Mattoon, getting ready for Effngham at Mattoon High School Football Apollo Conference Town. We're also about a minute away from the national anthem, so we certainly want to be cognizant of that. The Hearts looking to get back to 500 tonight. Mattoon, same case again. They're both 1-2, and now we're asked to stand and honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And let's see how the Pride of the Green Wave perform. Another team that'll be at the Effngham Marching Hearts Festival in October. So you'll have an opportunity to see Todd Black's squad down there in action. As I often say, Todd's dad, Ted, was longtime band director at Effngham back in the 60s. And here's our national anthem. Our national anthem, the Pride of the Green Wave here at Mattoon High School, with a presentation of the Star-Spangled Banner. And as we said, each team 1 and 2, Effngham and Mattoon both 1 and 2. Effngham won last week over Charleston 31-13. Mattoon got their first win 17-14 at Taylorville. So they are both 1 and 1 in the Apollo. The Hearts' victory followed losses to 2 state-ranked teams in St. Teresa and Mahomet Seymour. Mattoon lost their first 2 contests to Troy Triad and Mount Zion. Quarterback Tanner Pontius leads the Hearts' attack, supplemented by running back Evan Weymouth. Evan's in an interesting position. He had been a starter the first 2 weeks, but at the running back or at the blocking back spot, fullback spot, and of course, if you're a regular listener to Hearts football, you know the Hearts running backs got hurt in each of the first 2 games. So Evan got moved to tailback last week and ran for over 100 yards. So that was a happy ending.
It's been a fluid situation, unfortunately. Yeah, Effngham has been bitten by the injury bug at that running back spot. They got some good success out of Weymouth in that spot, and I think that playing against Charleston was a good chance to break somebody into the role. And so we'll see if he can continue that success against the Mattoon team that's probably going to provide a little bit more resistance. But, I think getting your feet under you is going to be important. And last week, being able to run the football effectively allowed Effngham to put the ball in the air a little bit. And lo and behold, they had some success. Tanner Pontius was able to connect with Andrew Lutz a couple of times for big gains and touchdowns. He was able to spread the ball around to a lot of different receivers. And, hey, it was fun to watch. And hopefully we can have more of that in week 4.
Without a doubt, yeah. Pontius threw close to 200 yards last week to at least 6 different receivers, so he was a busy guy. Andrew Lutz and Caden Walls do the bulk of the ball receiving, though, for Effngham so far this season. Of course, Walls had a great touchdown run, too, in a little misdirection play, and he took it to the house. It was a great play, and also was in on a touchdown-saving tackle on defense. So Walls had himself a pretty good game last week. Now, as far as Mattoon's concerned, Slater Trier is their quarterback. Trier's a junior, 6 foot and 140, so he'll be the man throwing the football, or at least handing it off for the Wave. Tariq Grace is their running back. He's got some size, 6'3" and 200. He's a senior. He's the leading running back, and we'll also see guys catching the football, including Owen Hawkins, Logan Blackburn, Luke Branson, a couple of other people that we'll be keeping an eye on as well. So that's some of the people that we'll be trying to keep you abreast of over the course of the ball game. As far as other games tonight in the Apollo, besides Effngham and Mattoon, Charleston's the odd man out. They don't have a conference opponent today. They host Collinsville. Mahomet Seymour's at Lincoln. I want to see the final on that game because the Hearts got beat by Mahomet. I want to see how they do up at Lincoln tonight. And Mount Zion's at Taylorville. That's the other Apollo Conference game. So could be some interesting numbers out of those.
Well, and plus you just get to where teams start having common opponents with you, as you go down the rest of your schedule through the 9 weeks of the season. And you can start to see where you kind of line up, well, this team that we have to play yet did this against this team that we've already played, and maybe it gives you a little idea of what to expect. That's not an exact science, of course, but it does at least give you a little something to go on. Those first couple of weeks, well, you just really don't know. You're going in blind. Mm-hmm. Of course, with us, the first couple of weeks we kind of knew, hey, we're going to have our hands full. But, it should be interesting to see how all those games go. I mean, Collinsville is a team that I believe Mattoon plays this year as well, so that's going to they'll be watching that one with some interest. They've got Collinsville next week, as a matter of fact.
Also tonight in the area, Red Hills at Newton, ALAH is at Cumberland, Casey Westfield's at Robinson, Marshall at Olney, Richland County, Breeze Mater Dei, which is off to a 1-2 start, is at Alton Marquette. Highland is at Jerseyville. That's the Hearts' last regular season opponent this year, Highland. Meridian's at Decatur St. Teresa. I always like to keep an eye out for how the teams we've played earlier in the season do the rest of the season. Shelbyville's at Tuscola, Hillsborough at Vandalia, Flora's at Fairfield. So those are some other games in the region of interest. So Gail will, as usual, be doing a great job of getting us scores from all around the area, and others help us as well, and we appreciate all of that. Wanted to mention that in addition to that, we will have all kinds of other activities as usual. Tons of other activity. Got a lot of baseball tonight. A number of other sports involved in action at the varsity level. So we'll do our best to keep you up to date. One to mention, too, tomorrow's a big day for softball teams that are advanced to the sectional. Girls junior high softball, Dietrich plays South Central tomorrow morning, and that's at Hudsonville. Meanwhile, it'll be Windsor and Teutopolis playing at St. Elmo, both those at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, so we'll get you mention about those. Additionally, wanted to mention, too, a shout-out to Nathan Shackelford. As Dustin and I got to enjoy his job as quarterback, running back, receiver, you name it, he did it all at Effngham. And he's playing at University of Wisconsin at Platteville, and he was named Player of the Week a couple of weeks ago, and didn't have a chance to mention that, so I thought, what an appropriate place, that a high school football broadcast, to mention that Shaq's doing well at college level.
It doesn't really surprise me that he would find some success. He's a kid that grew into his role at Effngham and progressed each year, got a little bit better, and so not surprising that if he was going to get a chance to go play at the next level, that he would continue to incrementally get better, and so that's nice to see. Always good to hear.
So let's take a quick break, Gail. We'll be back with tonight's kickoff. It's Effngham at Mattoon on 97.9 XFM.
With an expanded service department, our new Express Lube, and a huge lineup from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Geckner Brothers continues to build on the service and trust we've earned since 1937. Visit us online at gecknerbros.net.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a vehicle that works for you. Check out Northside Ford's selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
97.9 XFM, WXCF, and Effingham. We're ready for the kickoff. The Hearts are going to kick it away. They're going to kick it north. And here is the kickoff, and it's a line drive by Armando Estrada. Goes into the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and Mattoon will get it 1st and 10 at the 20. That's how this one gets underway.
Armando back in number 16 now that we're not wearing the military appreciation jerseys anymore. But one thing that doesn't change no matter what jersey number he's wearing, he puts a pretty good left foot into the ball, so he sends that one easily into the end zone. And they'll give Mattoon a long field to get the game going.
Set a record for field goal length. Kicked a 44-yarder, and that's the record at Effingham High School. Mattoon taking a little time. The Hearts are changing around on defense after they see the way that the Wave come out. And we're just about ready for the first play. Mattoon up under center on first down. Again, Slater Trier is their quarterback from the 20. High snap. He has to go back and get it at about the 10. Now he runs to the sidelines, runs out of bounds just shy of the 20, so there ended up being a loss, but not as much as it might have been had Trier not reacted quickly. And actually, it turned out to be a gain.
Yeah, he got a couple of yards out of the play by the time it was all said and done.
Gain of 3 to the 23. So a 3-yard gain. That'll make it 2nd and 7. So Trier made something good out of what could have been a really scary situation for the Wave.
Yeah, not a great snap, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as the game goes on.
Trier from the shotgun looking to throw, and he does, and he launches it out here, and it's caught, and he gets out across the 40-yard line, maybe right at the 40-yard line. Man catching the ball is Owen Hawkins, and a nice grab, and they'll tackle him right at the 40-yard line, so a gain of 17. And quickly, Mattoon out of a hole, and they're out at the 40. London Wrinkle in on the stop for the Hearts. So it's 1st and 10 at the 40. And in the shotgun, single back set up beside him. And there's a deep snap, and there's a handoff, and the Hearts react quickly. Nice job, as he might have gotten a couple of yards. And down quickly goes the Waves number 8, Tariq Grace. And he is taken down by, among others, for Effingham, Josh Kelly. He's been a busy kid on defense.
Yeah, I think Himwall got in there as well. Chris Himwall, kind of a late addition to the play.
So 63 and 42 team up on the stop. Gaina eventually looking to throw. Goes across the middle, got a deep man, got a man on defense, and he got the ball to his receiver, complete for a first down to the Effngham 30-yard line.
Single coverage, and Logan Blackburn, the receiver for Mattoon, able to get behind his man and get all the way to the Effngham 30. That is a 32-yard pickup.
So quite a gain, and a new set of downs for the Green Wave at the Effngham 30-yard line. It's the opening drive of the night, and Mattoon's making it count. 10:46 to go in the opening quarter. There's a handoff up the gut. Grace might have got back to the line of scrimmage, might have get a yard or two. He's inside the 30. They'll spot it at the 28 to the 28, a gain of 2, and it's 2nd and 8.
Well, Slater Trier throws a good ball. That's what we have seen so far. He's thrown one just sort of a short in pattern and then one down the field, and both of them were on the money. So he's looking strong early.
2nd and 8, staying in the shotgun. Here's the snap. He's looking to throw. Goes deep to the corner. He's got a man there, and it ends up incomplete. Good job by Estrada staying back there with him on defense. Help knock that one away, and that'll stop the clock with 10:06 and bring up a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, another one-on-one situation, and Estrada along the sideline able to cover that one pretty well, break up the pass, is just kind of lofted up toward the sideline. Kind of one of those let your receiver go try and make an athletic move to go get it, but Armando was having none of it.
Again, the ball is at Effingham's 28-yard line. It's 3rd and 8. It's a big early play. Taking time. There's the snap. Looking to throw. Here come the Hearts. It's a screen pass, and it's across the middle. And they get the first down, I think. It's going to depend on the spot. It's right at the 20. And the line of scrimmage was the 30, and they do move the chains. First down, gain of 8. Just enough for a Mattoon first down.
Yeah, just dumped it off to Grace out of the backfield there as Effngham was bringing a lot of bodies and able to get those chains moved.
So 1st and 10 for Mattoon at the Effngham 20. This is, again, the first drive of the night, and so far it's gone well for the Green Wave. There's the snap, looking to throw again. Looking across the middle. There's the pass. It's too high and incomplete. Stops the clock with 9:30 to go in the opening quarter. Brings up a 2nd and 10.
I got to tell you, Mattoon's intended receiver there, which was 34, Jake Butler, he got to the spot, and he was open, but the throw was over his head. And so Effngham avoids the score for the time being.
Hart's Jack Harper was back there with him and went up. He did have the size advantage on Harper, that's for sure. So 2nd and 10. Again, the ball at the Effngham 20. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Now he scrambles. There's a flag on the play, and he ends up running, and he might have got a couple taken down by Charlie Ring and also by Spencer Fox, and now let's see what the flag's about. Penalty was thrown in the Mattoon's backfield.
Yep.
That would make me think it's a hold.
We'll wait and see. They're taking their time to let us know here. But everybody is moving that way.
Crackback blocks the indication. The flag was thrown at the 20, and now they'll walk off the 10. So that will move it back. 15, that's major infraction. So they'll move it back to the 35. So the 15-yard penalty definitely puts Mattoon in a tough spot. Now it's 2nd and 25 at Effingham's 35. So that's where things set up now. 9:24 to go, opening quarter, opening drive of the game. And Trier gets the snap. Going deep, got a man, so do the Hearts, and he overthrew everybody. That almost ended up in the end zone, incomplete, and it's 3rd and 25 now.
Yeah, threw that one deep and quickly. He got rid of it in a hurry, and there were 2 white jerseys closer to it than his receiver. It makes me wonder if some miscommunication on the pattern there, or if he just felt like the pressure was getting there and he just needed to loft it out of everybody's reach.
Jack Harper and Connor Simmons were the Hearts players back there deep. Incompletion makes it 3rd and 25. Again, they're at the Hearts 35. Trier ready. There's the snap, looking to throw again, across the middle, and he's again deep on the pass. That was at least 5 yards beyond his receiver. The receiver, by the by, was Logan Blackburn, and it comes up empty.
Well,
so it's 4th down.
Trier, on his first 4 passes, completed 3 of them for 57 yards and looked pretty darn good, but those last couple of throws not quite as sharp. So now it's a 4th and very long situation for the Green Wave, but they are significantly into Effngham territory.
He has not taken a lot of time getting rid of these last couple of passes, so maybe the Hearts are doing a little better job of getting in his kitchen. So 4th and 25 at Effingham's 35. There's the snap. He's rolling to the near side. The Hearts are after him. He gets the throw away, and it's intercepted. Hearts pick it off at the 15. And a nice job on 4th down, and Connor Simmons with the interception for the Hearts.
Yep, that was a play where he got flushed out of the backfield, the Mattoon quarterback did, and was throwing on the run. That one didn't have anything on it, and Simmons able to be the first man to the spot. And Hearts are probably going to get possession one way or another there, but he'll still take the interception. He'll take the turnover.
That's right. No messing with a punt there. Ball is marked at the 9, or at the 14-yard line. That's where the Hearts will set up shop with their first possession of the game. 9:04 to go in the opening quarter. So Mattoon drove it well down the field and came up empty. So 1st and 10 for Effingham at the 14. Pontius up under center. There's the handoff to Weymouth. And Mattoon's coaching staff, just like everybody else, saw that Weymouth had a good game last week, and so not much there, but he did get a couple of yards to the 17, a gain of 3, and it's 2nd and 7.
You don't necessarily have to get huge chunks of yardage. Just be able to prove that you can move the ball forward, and that will create some space in the passing game. You see Andrew Lutz over there lined up wide to the right. Guy to keep an eye on, but, of course, Mattoon will be as well.
And Walls is down here now. He's going to move across the field and gets the handoff.
Yep.
And he gains a couple out near the 20. Let's see where they spot this. Well, maybe not much. He got a yard to the, no gain. Still 17. They say the 18 on the board, and it's a big new board, so.
Either way, not much there for Caden Walls, and I would agree with you, 17.
So 3rd down. And about 7 to go. From the shotgun, Pontius looking to throw across the middle. It's caught. Nice grab by Lutz. Went to his knees to make the catch, and that's enough for a 1st down. Effingham's first down of the game.
Yeah, that's not a play that's designed to be a big gainer. That's a play designed to get on the other side of the sticks, make sure you secure it, and keep the possession alive. And he gets out to the 27, so a 10-yard pickup.
New set of downs for the Hearts. 7:39 to go in the opening quarter. No score. Pontius back up under center on 1st down. Handoff, they're coming this way. Boy, Mattoon sniffed that out well, and down he goes. Handoff to Weymouth, and a couple of Wave players in there quickly on defense to make the stop, and it's back to the 24.
Yeah, trying to run through the right side there, off tackle a little bit, and just not no room at all. In fact, lost a couple.
Lost a 3 officially from the 27 to the 24. So it's 2nd and 13 now for the Hearts. Pontius in a hurry. Rolling to the far side. There's the pass caught. And they had that wide open and a great grab and enough for a 1st down. Good catch by Caden Coberline, the blocking back for the Hearts. They ran him out there in the flats. Pontius hit him with a nice pass, Dustin.
Yeah, they got him involved in the passing game a little bit last week, as I recall, and go right back to it. So both teams being able to pass the ball effectively in this first quarter.
Gain of 14 from the 24 to the 38. Hearts 1st down. Fake the handoff. Now they give the handoff, and driving and diving is Coberline again, and he got to the 40. That was Evan Weymouth that carried. And a gain to the 40, actually just across the 40-yard line. So a gain of a couple, and it's 2nd and a long 7.
Yeah, spotted right between the 40 and the 41. I'm feeling generous. I'll call it the 41. Hometown broadcaster.
You bet. Carter Bushu in to receive. He's split wide to the far side. Got Lutz down here to the near side. There's the snap. Here's the handoff. Weymouth looking for a hole, and he dove, and he got near the 45. He got a lot more out of that than I thought he was going to.
Well, so far, Mattoon has done a pretty good job of not giving him any big spaces to run through. He gets it out to the 44, so another 3-yard pickup, and sets up a manageable third down situation for the Hearts.
3rd and 4, it says on the big board. This is a new field here at Mattoon, also a turf field and nice scoreboard, new press box. I mean, it's all new, and we like it.
I'm enjoying it so far.
Bet. 3rd and 4.
Talk to me in 3.5 quarters.
Hearts with the ball at the 44. There's the snap, going to throw. Now he steps up. Pontius gets away. Still on his feet. He has the first down. He's into Mattoon territory near the 40-yard line before they take him down.
Well, I thought that Tanner was dead in the backfield, and he sniffed that out, realized that he wasn't going to be able to make the throw he wanted to, and stepped up, kind of worked through some tacklers, got all the way to the Mattoon 42 before he was brought down. So a 14-yard pickup.
New set of downs for the Hearts. Been an impressive drive after Mattoon went a long way on theirs before they threw the interception. 5 minutes left, opening quarter. Still no score here at Mattoon. Pontius up under center on 1st and 10. There's the snap. He rolls out. Here's the throw. It's caught. Nice grab by Coberline, and he's inside the 35-yard line before they take him down. Very near another first down.
Yep, same play that they ran to Kobe once already, and that one worked out pretty well.
So from the 42 to the 34, gain of 8, and it's 2nd and a long 1. So the Hearts on the move.
Caden Coberline, I am sorry. I got mixed up on the name there.
It can happen.
Maybe Kobe just needs to be his nickname.
I like it. Another guy, Kobe, he had pretty good life, pretty good career. Here's a handoff. Running it up the middle. They get the ball to the 30. That ought to be enough for first down. Weymouth had it that time. And the gain is to the 30, and that's enough for a Hearts first down. Gain of 4. And it's 1st and 10 for Effngham with 4:07 to go in the opening quarter.
Effingham's 4th first down of the possession. So, yes, they got the ball at their own 14-yard line, and they are marching all the way to the Mattoon 30.
Let's split out here wide to the near side, and they had Walls in a slot. Instead, they handed off, and they lost yardage. That didn't work out.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a couple yards lost on the handoff to Weymouth. Not much he could do. He just didn't have anywhere to go. Spot that at the 32. So, yeah, lost 2 yards for Evan.
So 2nd and 12. Again, no score. Hearts back home next Friday night. Start a 2-game homestand.
Aside from that 14-yard scramble for Pontius, though, the running room really hasn't been there for the Hearts.
From the shotgun. They fake the handoff. Pontius keeps. He's still on his feet. Great run. He has the first down. He's inside the 20 to the 15-yard line before they take him down.
Yep, fake handoff to Weymouth, who was acting as if he's going to go up the left to center there. Pontius goes right instead and gets a big pickup, another first down.
17 yards from the 32 to the 15. Hearts still on the move here. 3:05 to go in the opening quarter. Hearts' first possession of the game. Pontius up under center on 1st and 10 here. Got Bushu out here to the near side. There's the handoff instead, and a big gain inside the 10-yard line.
Just a pack of blockers pushing forward, and Weymouth able to follow them and get inside the 10-yard line.
They'll mark it at the 8. So from the 15 to the 8, Dustin, a gain of 8. And the Hearts, 15 to the 8, a gain of 7, if I didn't say that. 2:27 to go, first quarter. Hearts on the drive, and Evan Weymouth on his feet into the end zone. Touchdown, Effngham. So the Hearts take a 6-0 lead on the 8-yard touchdown run by Evan Weymouth, and the Hearts score. They have the lead with 2:20 to go in the opening quarter.
Tough sledding for Evan on some of that possession, but got rewarded by the time it was all said and done. A long drive for Effngham, and they get on the board first.
Armando Estrada in for the extra point. There's the placement. The kick's up. We've got a whistle. The kick's good, but it is one of those moot points if it's on the Hearts. And a procedure penalty, and I think on Effngham. Procedure penalty against the Hearts, so we'll do it again. They'll move it back 5 yards, and Estrada will say, "Ha, I laugh at that 5 yards."
Yeah, but, lots of things still have to go right. You have to get a good snap again, all that stuff. So, coaches would obviously rather not see this go on, but Armando's got the leg for it, no doubt.
25-yard extra point. Here's the snap, the placement, the kick's up, looks good to me, and they say it is No good. Wow. Missed to the side, so the kick is no good. It had plenty on it, but missed inside the uprights. 2:20 to go, opening quarter. Hearts on the board first at Mattoon. It's Effngham 6, Mattoon nothing on 97.9 XFM.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Color Drive in Effngham will find a vehicle that works for you. Check out Northside Ford's selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
Washington Savings Bank is here for you through every stage of life. We make banking easy and convenient.
What a drive. 14 plays, 86 yards, 6 minutes, 44 seconds on that touchdown drive, capped by the 8-yard touchdown run by Weymouth. There is the kick into the end zone by Estrada. There's never a doubt about whether he's going to kick it long enough. Touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wave at their 20. This drive will start with 2:20 to go in the opening quarter. Effngham leads it 6-0, trying to get back to 500 on the season.
Well, Mattoon had some moments in their opening drive where they threw the ball well and moved it. Important, I think, for Effngham to come up with the stop eventually and then methodically move the ball down the field, get on the board first, and make the Green Wave play from behind.
So they'll start it from the 20. Trier in the shotgun. There's the snap. Handoff. Tariq Grace on his feet gets it out across the 25. Pretty good gain on first down for the Green Wave.
Yeah, considering the amount of space he had to work with, he took picked up a pretty good chunk of yardage. Looks like about 6 yards there.
Number 40, Miles Maxiden in there on the stop. Excuse me, Miles Maxiden, but not number 40. He's number 20. I doubled his number. High snap, but they get it, and there's the handoff. And by the time they got the handoff made, the Hearts were in the kitchen.
Yep.
And that goes for a loss. A nice job by Michael Love on the tackle for the Hearts.
Yeah, a loss of 2 for Tariq Grace, but not really his fault. You know, it's a timing play. The snap is high, and so he's already coming forward for it. Well, they gotta rush everything, get him the ball. It wasn't clean. He wasn't able to get a head of steam going, and he was brought down in the backfield.
So it's at the 23. Here's the snap. They're rolling to the near side. The Hearts have him on the run. There's the pass. It's caught. Did he stay in bounds? Yeah. I see Hearts players waving it off, but I think the official likes it.
Nope.
It is incomplete.
Boy, it was a great effort. Great effort going for that one on the sideline, but apparently wasn't able to hold it all the way to the ground. So Mattoon has had 5 straight pass attempts incomplete, and that's going to bring the Mattoon punt team out on the field as they are deep in their own territory.
They seem to be throwing a lot this first couple of possessions, and so it's a punt situation, 4th and 5 at the 25. And a young man who knows where Effngham is, Youngie back to punt. It's high, and it's not too deep. The Hearts are going to get great field position. It's caught at the Hearts 47, 48-yard line. Good field position for the Hearts to start this drive. So the line of scrimmage was the 25-ish, and the kicks to the Effngham 48, so that's, 27-yard punt?
That is, yes, 27-28, depending on the spot, but right in there. So, yeah, not a super deep punt, but, again, Youngie was having to do it from deep in his own territory, but it's going to be a great opportunity for Effngham, to try and get a second score on the board here.
So the Hearts got the pick. They got the touchdown. Now they get a 3-and-out, and they're starting this drive near midfield. There's a handoff to Weymouth. He's kind of picking his way through the traffic and got it across midfield to about Mattoon's 49-yard line.
Trying to find that right edge, and I don't know that he ever did, but he was able to fall forward and get the ball just on the other side of midfield. That's the nose of the football, still probably touching the 50, but a couple-yard pickup there for Evan.
We'll give him 2, so it's 2nd and 8, just on Mattoon's side of midfield. Down to 40 seconds in the opening quarter. Here's a run up the gut, and Weymouth to the 45 as he keeps pounding it away there. And the gain to the 45 is a gain of about 5. That'll bring up a 3rd and 3. And this will be the last play of the first quarter. It's gone quickly.
They may not even have to run one, as the game clock is 3 seconds behind the play clock. So Effngham may be content to let this go to the second quarter.
They don't look like they're huddling up. So they're going to go off the field. That is the end of the first quarter, and a good quarter for the Hearts. After one here at Mattoon, it's Effngham 6, Mattoon nothing on 97.9 XFM.
Come see all the new and exciting Chevrolet and Toyota vehicles here at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effngham, or shop and buy 24/7 at danheck.com.
The Giving Plate, a meal service with heart. Purchase fresh and frozen meals along with salads and wraps. We have provided over 1,000 free meals to members of our local community. Check us out at our website and order online at thegivingplatemeals.com.
All right, back at Gaines Field at Mattoon High School after one quarter. Effingham with a 6-0 lead over the Green Wave. Hearts have the football at the Mattoon 45-yard line. We got a third down play coming up, 3rd and 3 for Effingham. Look at this
throw.
Yep. They have had some success putting the ball in the air so far. Really, Effngham offensively has been very good so far. Under center, Pontius takes the handoff, gives it to Evan Weymouth up the middle. Evan keeps pushing and dives toward the sticks.
I think he's got the first down.
Yep, I see the motion from the side judge saying move those chains. Effingham's 5th rushing first down of the game. And a new set of downs for the Hearts. They get it to the Mattoon 41, a 4-yard pickup for Evan Weymouth.
Walls heads out to the far side, split.
Pontius in the shotgun this time, takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Weymouth, and keeps himself going to the right, out toward the 35 and diving across it. Another good pickup for Tanner Pontius. Of course, his first 2 runs of the game were 14 and 17 yards. That one's not quite as good, but he still gets it to the Mattoon 34, a 7-yard gain.
He's a lot bigger and stronger than last year. That happens with high school football players, and it really pays off when he sees an opening because he stripped a tackle.
Yep.
I think a Mattoon player thought he had him, and he didn't.
And 7 yards on first down sets up a manageable 2nd and 3 situation. Effingham with the ball at the Mattoon 34. Shotgun snap, and Pontius is going to run with it again to the left this time, and he gets across the chains again out toward the 30-yard line. We'll see where the spot is, but that's going to be another Effingham first down, and the Hearts are marching once again.
Gain of 4 to the 30. So everything going well. I want to give a shout-out to the Hearts crowd. A lot of people came up from Effngham tonight. That's nice to see. I bet they kind of want to see the team and also check out the new facilities here at Mattoon.
Yeah, they might want to be comparing it to what they've got at home as well. A little friendly rivalry there is the snap under center that time, the handoff to Evan Weymouth. He goes left of center, not a lot of room. He probably picked up a yard, and maybe that is it.
Let's see about the spot. Maybe no gain.
Took a little while for them to peel everybody off the pile there. I'm going to call it a yard. That's it's a hard-fought yard for Evan Weymouth. He's got 35 yards on 12 carries, and it hasn't necessarily been easy for him, but he also has an 8-yard touchdown run today.
He's glad about that.
10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. We're about 2 minutes into the second period. Effingham with a 6-0 lead, and Hearts marching toward the Green Wave goal line again. Rolling to his right is Pontius this time, and just before he gets drilled, he throws a pass that goes through the hands of Logan Blackburn, one of the DBs for this Mattoon team. Effingham had a receiver downfield. The ball kind of got to him, but incomplete pass, and Effingham lucky that Tanner Pontius didn't take a sack.
Pontius had to throw that on the run. It was Caden Walls that was the intended receiver down there. And nice to see Weldon Dunston back in the backfield for Effngham, and he was in helping block on that pass play.
Yeah, you remember he was the starting tailback for Effingham in Week 2 after John Westendorf got hurt. And he didn't finish that game. Spencer Fox actually finished that game. Effingham now facing a 3rd and 9 at the Mattoon 29. Shotgun snap, fakes the handoff to Weymouth, keeps it, goes to the left, and there's not so much there for Pontius at all. He is dragged down in the backfield. The forward progress is probably going to be about the line of scrimmage, but at any rate, it's going to be 4th and long coming up.
When he's run at an angle, he's had pretty good gains. He just took it up the middle that time, and Mattoon was waiting. They might have given him a yard to the 28, Dustin.
Yep. So, not much there, but a little bit of forward movement. And, of course, on the Mattoon 28, the Hearts will go for it here. They've got 8 yards to go, though, on 4th down.
Carter Bushu coming out here to the near side. He'll be a receiver. And then they've also got Lutz out, or No, they don't have Lutz out there. They've got Jacob Weaver out there.
Shotgun snap. Looking to his left is Pontius. Gets a block in the backfield. I was wondering if they might call a hold in there, and he goes toward the first down marker, blown up right at the first down marker along the sideline. I don't know if Tanner got there or not, but he got.
Oh, he got there.
He took a shot.
Well, he gave a shot.
Is that what happened?
There was a Mattoon player waiting on him, and I think they sent him to Magnet right now. That was some hit. Pontius earned that first down.
I got to tell you, the block that sprung Tanner Pontius in the backfield was awfully close to being in the back, but we'll take it. We won't complain. So 1st and 10, Effngham on the Mattoon 19-yard line. Under center this time. The handoff is Devin Weymouth trying to go to his right, shakes off a tackler, dives forward. A couple flags come into the play late, so we'll wait and see.
That might have been a face mask.
Yeah, it was during the tackle when the flags came out, so you wouldn't think it was a hold. We'll wait and see.
I'm voting face mask.
Yep. So Weymouth, some hard-fought yardage, and then I think Effngham is going to be able to walk half the distance. Well, we'll see what kind of face mask it is, but Effingham's going to be able to walk more toward that Mattoon goal line.
Flag was thrown at the 16, so that would move it to the 8 if it's a major infraction.
So to the 16 is a 3-yard pickup for Weymouth, and then half the distance to the goal line. Should put the line of scrimmage at the 8, yes.
1st and goal to go.
So a first down by the penalty for Effngham. They are up to 10 first downs in this game. And, 8 yards to pay dirt for the Hearts on first down here.
So Pontius has been on the sidelines getting information. Coberline comes in.
He's had a couple of catches already.
Connor Thompson, that tight end spot, watch him.
Under center, Pontius.
There's the move to the left side.
2 tight ends move to the left side of the line. Here's the snap. He's going to give it to Weymouth. Weymouth following those blockers, and he is into the end zone.
No, they don't get him in the end zone.
I thought he dove in, but no motion from the sideline.
Side official says second down.
All right, got a little over anxious. He was a yard short. They set that down right at the inside, maybe even inside the 1. So a 7-yard pickup for Evan Weymouth. Give it to him again, I say. Get him back into the end zone again. Nope, Pontius is going to keep it this time. Dives forward, and the signal that I get from the sideline this time is touchdown, Tanner Pontius.
Attaboy.
Got to wait for it. Don't get too far ahead of yourself, but it is a 1-yard touchdown run for Tanner Pontius, the Effingham quarterback, and the Hearts have extended their lead 12-0.
Nothing fancy there. Just blow it up the middle. And good job by Pontius. And the line.
8 minutes and 14 seconds to go here in the second quarter. The Hearts have their second touchdown, and looks like they're going to have Armando Estrada kick the extra point. So they're not going to go for 2 and try to make up for the missed extra point before. The snap is good. The kick is up, and the kick is good this time. Estrada gets it inside that left upright.
As he's breaking ball.
And Effingham's lead grows to 13-0. So 8:14 to go in the second quarter. The Hearts extend their lead. It is Effingham 13, Mattoon 0. Apollo Conference High School football on 97.9 XFM.
With an expanded service department, our new Express Lube, and a huge lineup from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Geckner Brothers continues to build on the service and trust we've earned since 1937. Visit us online at gecknerbros.net.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Color Drive in Effingham will find a vehicle that works for you. Check out Northside Ford's selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
Estrada's kickoff taken at the 1-yard line and dropped momentarily by the return man, who then has to try to make it back out there. Kale Kimbrough, had a little trouble holding on to it and got out just shy of the 20-yard line. And then after the play is over with, a flag comes in, so we'll have to wait and see about that.
It's way deep in the Hearts backfield. It's thrown back at the 38-yard line, so I want to see what's up here.
So 59-yard kick for Estrada right at the 1-yard line. Just a perfect place to put it. And Kimbrough a little trouble with the pickup and gets it out to the 19.
And he really couldn't afford to let that thing bounce, because what if it bounces back the other way? Then the ball's at the 3-yard line or something like that.
Yeah.
So he needed a field.
Yeah, he was trying to catch it for sure, and just didn't handle it. The penalty is against Mattoon.
Mattoon.
So the Hearts get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Wade got it.
And that'll move it back from the 19-yard line. Should be to the.
I'm going to see where they sit it down, then I can do the math.
They put it at the 9, so I guess a 10-yard penalty. At any rate.
So from the 19, back to the 9.
Means 91 yards to go for Mattoon if they want to get in the end zone.
From the 24 to the 9. I'm sorry, unsportsmanlike would be a major infraction.
Yeah, the ball was definitely at the 19, so they only moved it back 10 yards. I don't know. At any rate, snap is high. Throw downfield. He's got a man open. Blackburn. Oh, Logan Blackburn was all alone in the Effngham. He was deep. He was open, and he dropped it.
Wow. Yeah, there was nobody going to catch him.
Goodbye if he catches that, and he does not.
Au revoir for sure. Instead, it's back to the 9.
Blackburn's he's got a 32-yard catch in this game. Comes up empty on that one, though. So, 2nd and 10, back at the 9-yard line for Mattoon. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He is under pressure, flushed out, running for it now, and brought down on the other side of the 10-yard line is the Mattoon quarterback. That is Slater Trier.
And good job by Connor Simmons coming up and making the stop for Effngham. You're right, he just did get across the 10-yard line, Dustin. So gain of 2.
Couple-yard pickup for Trier. He's got 5 yards on 2 carries, but 3rd and a long 8 now for Mattoon, deep in its own territory. Trier in the shotgun this side with his running back, Tariq Grace, lined up to his left. 2 wide receivers on each side of the line. Here is the snap. It's a good one. He's looking to the left. One-on-one coverage down the sideline, and what a catch. Boy, what a catch by number 34 for Mattoon. That is Jake Butler, and he went to the ground after hauling that one in on the sideline. Great pass, great catch.
Estrada did what he could, but he couldn't get there in time to stop the completion. Boy, from the 11 to the 42. Gain of 31 yards.
31-yard pickup to number 32.
That's a big shot in the arm for the Green Wave.
34, Butler, rather. Under center this time. No, shotgun snap coming. Handed off. Well, he faked the handoff and then took it himself. Slater Trier, the Mattoon quarterback, buried in the backfield. That's the important thing to remember. He didn't get anything.
That's a big thing after that big gainer on that last play. They stuffed it and, in fact, lost a yard back to the 41.
So a yard lost for the Mattoon quarterback who ran with it. Trier, he's back in the shotgun, 2nd and 11. Green Wave at their own 41-yard line. Snap is high, gets on the ground. Michael Love trying to pursue. Trier takes it himself and turns it into a little bit of something. Got to the sideline a couple of times, but Trier has just had to keep it after a high snap, got away from him momentarily, and he really turns it into a pretty good gain out to the 48-yard line.
Sometimes busted plays turn out to be with some of your biggest gains. He got 7 out to the 48.
He had 3 or 4 white Effngham jerseys stepped behind him, but they never could catch him until he got to the sideline. So that sets up a 3rd and 4. Just 2 yards shy of midfield is Mattoon. Trier in the shotgun again. Got 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Grace lined up next to him in the shotgun. He's looking to the right this time, and he was just throwing downfield. The receiver was not within 10 yards of that ball. It was, don't know if they were on the same page or what, but that one falls harmlessly to the ground. Incomplete pass sets up 4th down.
So either Trier or the receiver missed it, because Trier threw that way downfield from where the receiver turned around to make the catch. So 4th down.
4th and 4 at the Mattoon at its own 48-yard line. They're going to run an offensive play here. Looks to be about the same offensive setup this time. Shotgun snap. Now he's looking to his left to the sideline, and through there, receiver wasn't even looking. That one falls harmlessly to the ground as well. And that's turnover on downs. Hard to take over the ball with 6:15 to go before halftime.
And again, Dustin, wonderful field position for Effngham to start this drive.
Yeah, you've seen that a couple of times out of Slater Trier, just kind of throwing the ball maybe a little bit too early or some sort of lack of communication between him and the receivers. Not exactly sure what's going on, but at any rate, works out well for Effngham. They'll take the football with a 48-yard field and already a 2-score lead.
Yeah, this is super. Start this drive in Mattoon territory after they've pushed the ball down the field well 2 times in a row.
Pontius under center gets his receiver in motion closer to the line on the left, but he's handing off to Weymouth, and Evan Weymouth has got a pretty good gap to run through. Gets on the other side of the 45, probably about to the 43. So 4 or 5 yard pickup for Evan on first down.
Yep, 48 to the 44, I guess they're calling it. So gain of 4. Good start.
49 yards on 15 carries for Evan, and yeah, those aren't eye-popping numbers, but it's enough. It gives the Mattoon defense something to think about and allows Pontius to be able to throw the ball when he needs to, although Effingham's only put the ball in the air 4 times. They take another snap under center, another handoff to Weymouth left of center, and just another hard-fought 2 or 3 yards there for Evan.
And that's okay as long as you're moving it down the field, and now you're setting yourself up third and fairly short. And that'd be good passing down to the 42, correct?
Yep,
a gain of 2.
Just a couple yards, so it will be 3rd and 4 for the Hearts. 4 yards to go, but they are in Mattoon territory, so you kind of figure, especially with the lead already, that Effngham might be aggressive. Pontius under center moves his tight ends from the left to the right. The snap hits the ground, and Pontius able to recover it. Boy, that's a break for Effngham. The snap was not handleable, at least not cleanly for Pontius, but he was able to fall on it, recover, and boy, the spot, not friendly, actually. They put it back at the 43-yard line, so Effngham lost a yard on the play.
That was an interesting spot. Okay, so loss of 1.
If he recovered it and his knee was already on the ground back behind center, I think that's probably what the decision was there. But it does set up 4th and 5 to go for Effngham. Pontius, again, is the punter, so, he's working out of the shotgun. He could quick kick here, or he could take a snap. He's going to throw the ball, throws to the right. His receiver catches the ball but goes to the turf, and number 12 for Effngham, Jacob Weaver, catches the ball, but it's not enough for a first down, and the Hearts will turn it over on downs.
The gain is close to the 40. They'll mark it at the 41, so they gain 2 yards on the pass play, but first 10 for the Wave.
Yeah, kind of a interesting route to run there when you need 4 yards to go underneath like that. At any rate, I feel like I've said that about 20 times tonight. I'm going to try to stop now.
Well, we expect everybody to score every time they have the ball.
Mattoon football at its own 42-yard line. That's where the Green Wave takes it over. Shotgun snap to Trier, hands off to Tariq Grace, trying to go to the left, and he is blown up behind the line of scrimmage. A couple of Hearts jerseys means a loss of yardage for the Green Wave on first down.
Couple of people, Kelly's over there, Love's over there. Call it the 41. London Wrinkle gets credit. So back to the 41. They lost a yard.
I thought that maybe Grace would have even lost more than that, but he did a good job to push forward as much as possible. So a yard for him, only 5 yards on 5 carries for Grace. 2nd and 11, Mattoon, at its own 41-yard line. Trier in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks to throw to his right. He's got a receiver that time, but the receiver, after catching it, goes right to the ground after a short pickup. That's Logan Blackburn with the catch, and that's only going to be good for maybe 5-6 yards.
To the 46, so gain of 5. Down to 3:25 to go before halftime, so you're figuring Mattoon wouldn't mind nursing it down to halftime on the clock while they're running this drive.
Well, especially because they know Effingham's going to get the ball first, start the second half. So yeah, they'd like to do something here. They'd like to get an answer, or at the very least not give Effingham the ball back. Shotgun snap, sure going to the left this time, throws into double coverage, and the pass is incomplete. He was looking for Owen Hawkins, number 5 that time.
Connor Simmons, number 6 for the Hearts, got his hands on that ball. Almost had the pick, knocked it down.
A lot of traffic in that area.
Here we are to 4th down already.
Yep, 4th and 6. Mattoon with the ball on its own 46. 3:04 to go before halftime. So for Effingham, an important stop to try to get here.
Oh, you'd love to stop them.
Well, it looks like they're going to punt. They've got Youngie back deep. So that is what they're going to do. From the 46, there's the snap. It's good to Youngie. He gets the kick away. Off to the left, there's not going to be a return. That one goes out of bounds, shy of the 20-yard line. No, better punt than I thought. Looks like they're going to say at the...
He's getting the angle on it, isn't
I
he?
say. So 23. 23 is where he's going to say it went out of bounds.
So you were right.
I thought so. But, I've been wrong once or twice before, so I wanted to make sure. So from the 46 to the 23, that's a 31-yard punt for Youngie, his second punt of the game. A little bit better than the first.
Mm-hmm.
And Effngham's going to have 77 yards to go with 2:58 before halftime.
Yeah, Youngie's dad, Sean Youngie, who grew up and went to Effngham High School and is involved in the fire service in Mattoon here for a lot of years and now working at the state level. So that's this youngster that we're talking about. His dad was an Effinghammer.
Pontius in the shotgun. He's going to run it himself. Tried to go left and redirected once he realized there were some green jerseys in the way. And minimal gain on first down, as Pontius was probably doing pretty well just to get across the line of scrimmage.
It was the 23 and now to the 23-ish. Down to 2:39 before halftime. Now, if you're the Hearts, yeah, you'd love to score, but you'd also like to run the clock out.
Yeah, get one first down just to make sure. Long way to go, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Pontius, fakes the handoff to Weymouth, then tries to go to his left, and again, nothing there. Maybe a loss of yardage on that play. So not a lot going on for Tanner as he's trying to run the ball on first and now 2nd down, and looks like they're going to put that one back at the 22, 23-yard line.
Yeah, a loss of a yard for sure to the 22. So we're just outside of 2 minutes left before halftime. So let's see what the Hearts do here. They've got a long way to go, man.
Yeah, 3rd and 11. Effingham at its own 23. So they've got work to do. Pontius in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers lined up to the right, 1 wide to the left. He's looking to the left, now goes with a screen to the right. High pass to Caden Walls. He comes down with it, but in his effort to secure the ball going up in the air for it, just no chance for him to push forward. I think he got to maybe the 24-yard line, and Mattoon's going to call a timeout. So we'll break it down for you in a second, but Mattoon gets the timeout. We'll be back in a minute 41 to go here before halftime. It's Effingham 13, Mattoon nothing. High school football on 97.9 XFM.
Washington Savings Bank is here for you through every stage of life. We make banking easy and convenient.
Come see all the new and exciting Chevrolet and Toyota vehicles here at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effngham, or shop and buy 24/7 at danheck.com.
All right, we're back in Mattoon after a pass play for no gain on 3rd down. Mattoon got a quick timeout to preserve time on the clock, and the Hearts are going to have to punt from deep in their own territory. So Effingham gets the ball on the 23. This line of scrimmage on this punt is the 22, and it's going to be up to Tanner Pontius to get a good one off. The snap is high, but he comes down with it up in the air. Pretty good one, and it takes an Effingham roll. All right. Rolls another 10, 12 yards before it is downed inside the 30. So a good punt for Tanner Pontius.
43-yard punt. I can see that. That came at a very opportune time.
Minute and a half to go before halftime, and the punt again down at the 20. Yeah, they're going to say 29 now, down at the 29. So Mattoon has it at its own 29-yard line with a minute and a half to go before the break.
And 2 timeouts left.
They trail Effingham 13-0. The Hearts have gotten a couple of touchdowns in this game. They've got that 13-zip lead. They'd like to leave it there before halftime. Trier, the quarterback for Mattoon, in the shotgun with his running back Grace lined up to his right. Trier is looking to pass deep to the right along the sideline. That pass is broken up by Jack Harper.
What a nice job. Dustin, he had the one hand feeling the receiver, the other hand swatted it down for the incompletion.
Yeah, trying to reach across with the inside hand and was able to knock it down. So that stops the clock at 1:24, 2nd and 10, Mattoon. Green Wave with the ball at its own 29-yard line. So it was a good punt for Tanner Pontius. I don't want to lose sight of that either. 28 plus 21, a 49-yard punt for Tanner Pontius when the Hearts absolutely needed a good one. Mattoon taking his time. Shotgun snap to Trier. Quick pass to the right this time. Going up to get it is Owen Hawkins, and then swallowed up pretty quickly after making the catch. Gets out near the Effngham 35-yard line. So 5-6-yard pickup.
Yeah. Gain of 6. So third down, Host of tacklers there for Effngham.
3rd and 4, Mattoon. Clock is running. Under a minute to go now. Trier in the shotgun again. Grace to his right. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to his right. He hands it off to Tariq Grace. Grace going for the marker, and he got across the first down marker.
Gain of the 40, maybe across to the 41 by the time they finally spot that. Rings in on the stop. And who set it down here for Mattoon? Estrada also in on that stop for Effngham.
Mattoon going to get the timeout. 47.8 seconds to go. Effngham 13, Mattoon nothing. High school football on 97.9 XFM.
The Giving Plate, a meal service with heart. Purchase fresh and frozen meals along with salads and wraps. We have provided over 1,000 free meals to members of our local community. Check us out at our website and order online at thegivingplatemeals.com.
With an expanded service department, our new Express Lube, and a huge lineup from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Geckner Brothers continues to build on the service and trust we've earned since 1937. Visit us online at gecknerbros.net.
All right, 47.8 seconds to go before halftime. Effngham with a 13-0 lead. Mattoon just got a first down, moved the ball to its own 41-yard line. So still a lot of ground left for the Green Wave to cover, Greg, but important possession here for Effingham's defense to keep them off.
48 seconds. You can get a lot of passing plays off for sure.
And Mattoon has been mostly passing the ball tonight. Slater Trier, their quarterback, has already thrown 17 times. He's in the shotgun. Got 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. And there's a penalty on the play. Effingham boys are clapping. I think it's going to be a procedure penalty against the Green Wave.
Yeah, they jumped the gun big time. At least 2 players that I could see. So that's a 5-yard walk-off.
That's the last thing you want is your Mattoon, and you're already trying to cover a lot of ground. That's their 4th penalty. Effingham yet to be penalized in this game. So that's... you like to see that as the Effngham coaching staff. So now 1st and 15, Green Wave, back at its own 36-yard line. Same alignment. Trier takes the shotgun snap. And he is brought down in the backfield. First to the spot was Chris Himwall, and then cleaning it up, I think you saw Michael Love, perhaps, a couple of other guys in the neighborhood. That's a sack. And with 30 seconds to go, that's a big play for the Effingham defense.
Nice work by Hemwall. Boy, he is an opportunistic guy. He got there in a hurry that time.
Back to the 27-yard line, a 9-yard loss on the play. So Trier now with only 20 seconds to go faces a 2nd and 24. He's in the shotgun again. There's the snap to him. It's a good one. Throwing deep to the left. Throwing it. Oh, and that one is tipped a couple of times. The intended receiver sees that one go to the ground. Looking,
London Wrinkle broke that up big time for the Hearts.
Logan Blackburn was the intended receiver, and he got a hand on it a couple of times, but was not able to bring it to the turf as it was defended pretty well. 3rd and 24, 10.5 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, I guess if they want to throw it up there and the Hearts pick it and run it back for a score, I think if I was Mattoon, I might think about taking a knee. They're only down 13-0.
We'll see what they do. They've got a lot of receivers in the game. All of 3 of them lined up to the right, 1 or to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun snap, and they just handed off to Tariq Grace instead. Grace trying to stiff arm a defender who got to him in the backfield, and big credit to Josh Kelly who got to the spot. Or no, that was 68, rather Logan Heil who brought him down in the backfield. So nothing there. Still 0.3 of a second to go as the ball carrier got out of bounds.
So let's see what they decide here. Effingham calls a timeout. Now they want to make sure they defend this right.
3-yard loss for Tariq Grace. And so, now Effingham saying on 4th and 24, we're going to get a timeout here.
Back to the 24, so there was a 3-yard loss there on that run.
They signaled the timeout, and they're going to add time to the clock, 4.5 seconds. So they did signal a timeout, but Effingham's players are still on the field. Now everybody's going to the huddle. So why don't we go ahead and take a 30-second break? 4.5 seconds to go before halftime. Effingham with a 13-0 lead over the Green Wave, and you're listening to high school football on 97.9 XFM.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Color Drive in Effngham will find a vehicle that works for you. Check out Northside Ford's selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
Washington Savings Bank is here for you through every stage of life. We make banking easy and convenient.
4.5 seconds before halftime, Mattoon backed up to its own 24-yard line, 4th and 27, and the Green Wave have their punt team on the field. So they're just going to kick it and get it out of their side of the field. There is a punt that's way up in the air. The time expires off the clock as the punt sails way out of bounds. So I think Caden Youngie, the Mattoon punter, was just instructed to kick that one as far out of bounds as he could.
Lane 3 is on this new 8-lane track here at Mattoon.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure where they say that one went out of bounds. It doesn't matter for the game. It does kind of matter for my record keeping. But whatever the case is, it goes out of bounds. The half is over. The Hearts have a 2-score lead at the break. Going into the halftime show here, it is Effngham 13, Mattoon nothing. A good first half for the Hearts. We'll be back with a halftime show, high school Apollo Conference football here on 97.9 XFM.
Come see all the new and exciting Chevrolet and Toyota vehicles here at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effngham, or shop and buy 24/7 at danheck.com.
The Giving Plate, a meal service with heart. Purchase fresh and frozen meals along with salads and wraps. We have provided over 1,000 free meals to members of our local community. Check us out at our website and order online at thegivingplatemeals.com.
This is the Compass Advisory Group Halftime Show. For all of your insurance needs, contact Corey McDaniel at 347-9697.
Back at Gaines Field at Mattoon High School. Apollo Conference football on a Friday night. And so far, good news for Effngham. They lead at 13-0 here at halftime. Defense has played great. Nice couple of scoring drives by the Hearts as well. Let's recap the scoring first. Effngham scored first with 2:20 to go in the first quarter. At the end of a 14-play, 86-yard drive, took 6:44 off the clock, highlighted by an 8-yard touchdown run by Evan Weymouth. The kick was no good, but Effngham was off to a 6-0 lead. The Hearts then scored in the second quarter, 8:14 left in the period. That was at the end of a 12-play, 52-yard drive that took 4:56 off the clock. So Effngham ran 26 plays on 2 possessions. That's impressive. That last scoring drive came again, the score came with 8:14 to go in the second. On a 1-yard run by Tanner Pontius, Armando Estrada's kick was good, and the Hearts lead it 13-0. And friends, that's the scoring here at halftime. At the break, Effngham 13, Mattoon nothing. Pride of the Green Wave marching band out on the field. And let's take a break. Dustin Stat scores from Gale and more. We've got to get you up to date on that NASCAR race, too. More in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Color Drive in Effngham will find a vehicle that works for you. Check out Northside Ford's selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
Washington Savings Bank is here for you through every stage of life. We make banking easy and convenient.
We're at halftime at Mattoon High School. Effngham leads Mattoon on Friday Night Football 13-0. Next week, the Hearts are back home. More Apollo Conference action. It'll be the Taylorville Tornadoes whirling in for a visit. Kickoff at 7 o'clock, and we'll have it right here for you on 97.9 XFM. Gail, I want to check. I don't need high school scores right now. I wanted to check on NASCAR. What's the latest from Bristol?
All right, the latest from Bristol, I guess that Gibbs won Stage 1 and Justin Allgaier is ahead in Stage 2, and that's what I've got.
Thank you. For people that like NASCAR and are listening to the football game, we'd let you know. A reminder that you can listen to that NASCAR race right now on your home for NASCAR, KJ Country at 102.3. The Cup race is tomorrow night, and coverage on that is at 5:30. So keep that in mind. But it's one of those Friday night, Saturday night weekends. Again, it's the Bass Pro Shops night race tomorrow night. Coverage at 5:30 on your home for NASCAR. Dustin White has a look at the halftime stats.
Well, not eye-popping offensive numbers for either team. Effingham, 136 yards of total offense in the first half. The Hearts did that on 33 plays. Mattoon, 30 plays from scrimmage, just 109 yards of total offense. Effingham ran the ball well, 102 rushing yards on 27 attempts. That's 3.8 yards per attempt. Both Hearts scores came on the ground, and meanwhile, they limited Mattoon to just 10 rushing yards in the first half. 12 attempts, 10 yards. You do the math, less than a yard per attempt. Passing-wise, the Green Wave have had a little bit more success. They put it in the air 18 times, completed just 6 for 99 yards. Now, Mattoon, of course, at one point in this game had completed 3 of its first 4 passes for 57 yards and slowed down a little bit after that. So Effingham has defended it much better as the half has rolled on. But, 99 passing yards for Mattoon. Effingham, just 6 pass attempts in the entirety of the first half. 5 of them were successful for a grand total of 34 yards. Effingham, 11 first downs, 8 of them on the ground, 2 through the air, 1 by penalty. For the Green Wave, 5 first downs, 4 by the passing game, 1 by the run. Time of possession, let's see, turnovers. No turnovers. Effingham had the only takeaway. They had an interception, no return yardage on that one. Ball's hit the ground a few times. Bad snaps here and there. Effingham's fumbled once. Mattoon's fumbled twice, but no further turnovers. Penalties, Effingham not penalized in the first half. Mattoon penalized 4 times for 45 yards. In the time of possession, favored Effingham heavily. 15 minutes and 3 seconds for the Hearts compared to 8 minutes and 57 seconds for the Green Wave. Shifting gears to some individual numbers here. Running the football for Mattoon, Tariq Grace was their leading man out of the backfield, 8 yards on 7 carries. Slater Trier, the quarterback for the Green Wave, just 2 yards on 5 rushing attempts. Of course, he had to eat a 9-yard sack play, which kind of messed things up for him a little bit. But either way, not a lot of running room. Not a lot of running room for Mattoon. Trier got off to a good start throwing the football, but ended up 6 of 18 for 99 yards and interception in the first half. So he looked really good early on, and then got in a rush with throwing the ball a little bit. And again, we don't know. We don't see Mattoon enough to understand, are those timing plays where the receiver's not in the right place, where the quarterback's throwing too soon. Hard to say, but some throws that just haven't been particularly close. He did have a 31-yarder later in the second or in the first half, but Effingham's done a great job since the opening stages of the game of keeping the passing game from hurting too much. Owen Hawkins, 23 yards on 2 receptions for Mattoon. Logan Blackburn, 37 yards on his 2 receptions, and the longest catch of the not the longest catch, but Jake Butler had a 31-yarder as well, and Tariq Grace caught a pass for 8 yards. So 4 different Mattoon receivers getting in on the action in that first half. Only other thing to mention here, Caden Youngie, the punter, 3 punts, 85 yards, 28-yard average, basically. And then a kick return for Cale Kimbrough. It was an 18-yarder. Other than that, Mattoon hasn't kicked off yet, so you will notice that when I get to the Effingham special teams, they have not returned any kickoffs. That'll change as soon as the second half gets underway, but that's always a good sign. Always a good sign if you have not had to receive a kickoff so far in the game if you're Effingham. Speaking of Effingham, let's move to the individual stats for the Hearts, and Evan Weymouth having himself a pretty nice night again. 51 rushing yards on 16 attempts, including an 8-yard touchdown run. And Tanner Pontius, the Effingham quarterback, 51 yards of his own on 10 attempts. He also found pay dirt, pushed one in from the 1-yard line. So a couple of guys right there at 51 yards. And then Caden Walls, also took one rush. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, so no gain for him. But Effngham moving the ball pretty well on the ground. And Pontiac's doing enough in the passing game, 5 of 6 for 34 yards. He completed his first 3 in a row, and some pretty good gains on those. But then, since then, even the completions have been short, 2 yards and a no-gainer. But Caden Coberline, a couple of receptions in this game, 22 yards on his 2 catches. Andrew Lutz had 1 reception for 10 yards. Jacob Weaver, he had a catch for 2 yards, and Caden Walls caught one right at the line of scrimmage for no gains. 4 Effngham receivers in on the first half action. Pontius punted 1 time in the first half, and it was a good one, a 49-yarder that got some good roll on it after it hit the dirt, or rather the turf, because they have the nice artificial turf here at Mattoon High School as well, which we didn't really belabor that point. But, yeah, they've got the same nice surface that Effngham has, and it has played well. And then Armando Estrada, 2 touchbacks, and then one that was taken at the 59 or at the 1-yard line, a 59-yard kick. So Armando has really had himself a nice night on special teams, and hey, he's played pretty well in the defensive backfield as well. And let's not forget Connor Simmons. He had an interception, a turnover ending Mattoon's first possession after they marched the ball pretty well. So Connor Simmons with the takeaway. And again, the numbers that matter are 13-0, and the big one belongs to Effngham here at halftime. The Hearts have that 13-0 lead over the Green Wave in Mattoon.
Thank you, Dustin White. Let's head back to the studios. Gail Warner, what do you have in the way of scores, ma'am?
All right, you caught me right in the middle of getting some of them, but I'll let you know what I've got here. Cumberland leads ALAH 14-7 at halftime. It's Newton 14 leading Red Hill with 6, so Newton 14, Red Hill 6, almost halftime there. Also at halftime, Mount Zion leads Taylorville by a score of 14-0. In the first quarter, St. Teresa was leading Meridian by a score of 27-0. Collinsville leads Charleston almost halftime, 14-0. In the second quarter, late in the second quarter, it's Robinson 14, KZ 0. In the second quarter as well, it's Olney Richland County 14, Marshall 0. Also at halftime, Alton Marquette leads Breeze Mater Dei 13-0. And in the second quarter as well, it's Arcola 26 leading Tri-County with 6.
Thank you. Cubs won this afternoon 2-1. That's 4 in a row.
And
so break them up.
Yeah, and Cincinnati
Cardinals
leads the Cardinals 1-0 in the top of the third.
All right, thank you. Magic number's 12 now for the Cardinals, and with a 7-game lead with 18 games to go, that's pretty well decided. So
yeah, and the Brewers are just going right in the toilet. They're down 5-0 to the Yankees in the second inning, so they're just pretty much falling out of that central race completely.
Yeah, they're not even going to make the wild card berth if things continue the way they're going. So kind of surprising. But they rue the day they traded Josh Hader, not because he's so wonderful, but because that just seemed to destroy the morale of that ball club.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal was. Hader has been pretty well awful since he got to San Diego, but maybe change of scenery. Maybe the Brewers knew there was something wrong with him anyway, but the timing certainly matches up to when their downfall has happened, and Cardinals fans probably don't have a problem with that.
They're delighted, and they're playing really well, so we'll see what happens. Wanted to mention next week again, we're home. Effingham playing host to the Taylorville Tornadoes, so we'll see what happens. And then the week after that, they're home to Mount Zion. And then Hearts make that long trip to Lincoln. And then back home for senior night. And that is also, I think, Employee Appreciation Night will probably be next week. That's always another cool thing where the players on the team adopt a Unit 40 employee. That's a really nice game. So that's how we kind of move it along toward the finish, and hopefully there'll be more games after that. Hearts get a win tonight. They're up to 2-2, and, well, we'll just see what happens.
A lot of work left to do, but you like how the first half went, and you like that you get the ball first in the second half. And, boy, if you can put some points on the board in that opening possession in the second half, you start to feel real good about what you've done here. And probably, how you fit into the conference. This would be a nice win for Effngham and give them a real shot in the arm going into what is going to be a continually important stretch of their schedule.
Absolutely. So all of that said, I wanted to mention, too, thanks to everybody who contributed at the Carl Kerner Jr. Sports Spectacular yesterday, as it benefits the Effingham Heart sports backers, but also benefits the St. Anthony Booster Club. And they outdid themselves, as like Aaron Adams must have given them a big chunk of money, is all I can figure. $46,500 to each school.
Wow.
$46,500 to each school. So thanks to Paul and Phil Kerner and Mark Mayhood and everybody else who works so hard on that effort each year. And that is a huge amount of money that helps pay for a lot of things that otherwise might not get purchased. And you never know when all those things sort of come together. So keep that in mind. And thanks again. Beautiful day to play yesterday at the Country Club, and I'm sure everybody had a blast. So that said, I wanted to mention, too, that with everything else going on, it's girls junior high sectional softball tomorrow. We've got 4 area teams that are playing in sectionals tomorrow, and in fact, they're playing each other. We only have to worry about 2 games. Well, excuse me. Let me turn this down for you, Dustin. So we got 4 teams from the area and 2 games. So we'll keep you up to date. Both those games start at 11 tomorrow. And so keep that in mind as well. And we've got baseball sectionals. We've got golf, junior high state tournament. We had 2 guys from our area playing at the junior high state golf tournament today. I mean, it just never quits. So pretty cool. Nice to have that much talent and ability taking care of things and giving us an opportunity to brag on them in our area. I want to take a break. We'll be back with second half action in a minute again at the half here at Gaines Field at Mattoon High School. It's Effingham 13, Mattoon nothing on 97.9 XFM.
The Giving Plate, a meal service with heart. Purchase fresh and frozen meals along with salads and wraps. We have provided over 1,000 free meals to members of our local community. Check us out at our website and order online at The Giving Plate Meals.
Come see all the new and exciting Chevrolet and Toyota vehicles here at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effngham, or shop and buy 24/7 at danheck.com.
All right, we're back at Gaines Field here in Mattoon, and at the half, Effingham in front of Mattoon 13-0. The other thing I wanted to mention was about the Marching Hearts Red Regiment. They competed at the Metro East Marching Classic last Saturday and performed their show Nevermore, and they won Outstanding Visual in their class, so congratulations on that. They are in action tomorrow, next performance for the Red Regiment, at the Sage City Marching Invitational up in Monticello. And Marching Hearts perform at 4:45 tomorrow. So if you got some time on a Saturday afternoon, head on up and root on the Marching Hearts Red Regiment. Well, Effingham has a 13-0 lead. They pretty much controlled the tempo. They get the ball to start the second half. So all they have to do is have a nice long drive here that results in a score, and we're all pretty happy.
It's that simple, right?
Well, I've just given you the basics.
It's I think that Effingham has seemed to have a pretty good game plan for how they're going to handle things today. And I think that once they saw how Mattoon was going to attack them with the pass, that they made some adjustments after, giving up some pretty big gainers on a couple of plays, and have really done a great job. So if they can continue to do that, and we talk all the time about how good Coach Hefner is at making those tweaks at the break to really give his team the best chance to win, get that done here offensively, and you can feel pretty good about where you're at.
I think that we need to remember regarding the start of the season that so far, last time I checked, the 2 opponents that the Hearts had the first 2 weeks have lost exactly 0 games.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily expect either one of them to ever lose a game this year, at least not until the playoffs.
Here's the kickoff to start the second half, and it is plenty of foot. It's taken inside the 5 by Effingham at about the 2-yard line. Going to the far sideline It's out to the 30 and across the 30-yard line. Nice return on a deep kick. Good return by Weldon Dunston. Nice to have him back after a week off due to injury. He's helping out.
Yeah, I mean, he was at 2-3 yard line when he took that one and got it all the way out across the 30. So a very nice return for Effngham. Good field position to start.
Call it the 31. And let's see how the Hearts come out to begin this second half of action. Again, they're in front 13-0 here at Mattoon. Nice facility here at Mattoon. Thanks to everybody here for their hospitality. Handoff on first down, and they strung it out pretty well, Mattoon did. Weymouth got a couple of yards. He did turn it up on the right side of the line, and they spotted at the 32, just a gain of 1. So it's second and 9.
Kind of been the story of the night for Evan Weymouth, really, for the most part. Not a lot of big gainers, but just kind of doing the dirty work to make sure that the Green Wave have to continue to think about him.
32-yard line. Hannah Hearts with a 2-score lead, although it's 13-0. Remember, they missed that first extra point try. Wasn't that it was short. It just was off to the side. Rolling out to the near side, Pontius is being chased. He's on his feet. He throws it out of bounds just in time to avoid the sack. He was going down, and that time, whereas earlier in the year it might not have been the case, that time he looked and he knew where he was going to dump it to get out of trouble.
Yep, had to get rid of that footballer. He was going to eat a big loss. So, safely, but yet, enough that it was not a penalty, a grounding penalty or anything like that. Very aware play by Tanner Pontius.
Chris Custer updating me on some action. All right, so it's 3rd and 9-ish. Looking to throw across the middle. Got a man. It's caught. Let's get away. Comes back the other way. Falls forward. Got to the 40, and that's just shy of a first down, so it's going to be 4th and 1. See what Coach decides here.
Go for it.
32 to the 40, gain of 8, and it's 4th and 1.
That's what I say. That's my vote, which counts for nothing, and I think I lost.
Pontius looks like he's back to punt unless this is a fake. And then, of course, they won't be punting. That's how that works. 4th and 1. He's back outside. He's 30, and he is going to kick. And it's a heck of a boot. Holy moly. Deep, high. Mattoon kid might have touched it. Goes into the end zone. He picks it up there, and the official says, wait. It's a touchback. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 20 for the Wave.
Pretty good kick.
Yeah. From the 40, so he kicked it 60 yards and maybe a couple extras into the end zone. So nice work by Pontius. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wave at their 20. They'll start this drive with 10:22 to go in the third quarter. Hearts in front, 13-0. Trying to get to even at 2-2 on this young season. Still young, but just think. What's Greg's motto? Football goes fast. This is the 4th game already. We only have 5 games left in the regular season after tonight. It just flies by. This and golf. Those are the 2 quickest sports I know. Let's see what happens here. Trier back in the shotgun, looking to throw, rolls to the far side, still on his way, and now he slides. I think he was safe. And he's near the 25-yard line when he goes down. So that was interesting. Guess you can do that on turf, right?
He did. The Effngham player came flying in and narrowly missed just destroying him. I think that was it's kind of a scary play, honestly. Maybe a 3-yard pickup.
To the 23, and it's 2nd and 7. Spencer Fox, I heard a rumor, was the player for Effngham. Deep. Here's the pass out in the flats. It's caught, and then he is immediately leveled by Jack Harper.
Yep.
Holy moly, it's caught, and that's the bottom line. Nice job there by the Waves number 3, Logan Blackburn, and then he got decked.
Yeah, I mean, a good job to hold on to that one, taking that kind of a shot right after you catch it. So about a 3-yard pickup, and then the blast.
Had a lot of pain for 3 yards. So it's 3rd and 4. Big play for the Wave here early in the second half. Trier from the shotgun. There's the snap, looking to throw, gets it away, and it's picked. Hearts grab it at the 35. That was sweet, and it's Jack Harper again. It's the Jack Harper show this drive.
Yeah, he's having a fun little sequence there. That pass he was definitely the closest man to it. I'm not exactly sure who the intended receiver was, but second interception of the game for Slater Trier, the Mattoon quarterback, and Effngham will have a nice short field here.
Hart's 1st and 10 at Mattoon's 25-yard line. 35-yard line. Gosh, I wish I could read. I'm pretty good with numbers usually. 1st and 10 at the 35. My apologies. Pontius up under center on 1st down. Handoff. Weymouth on his feet, still chugging. Got around the 30-yard line. That's pretty good gain on 1st down. So Weymouth from the 35 to the 30, halfway to a 1st down. And it's 2nd and 5.
We just need to run that 5-yard gain every play. Okay.
That'd work out pretty well, wouldn't it? Hearts lead at 13-0, 8:44 to go, third quarter, on a beautiful night here in Mattoon. Pontius up under center. Handoff. Weymouth up the gut. Nice run. Might have got the 1st down. He's very close to the 25-yard line.
What did I say?
Yeah, I like that 5-yard. That's a good theory. I like that.
You have to ask Coach about that after the game. Why didn't you guys just run that 5-yard pickup every play?
And he'll smile at me like he always does when I ask a question that's kind of weird. It's just shy of the 25. It's 3rd down and 1. Somewhere we lost a yard. So it's 3rd and 1. And this time Pontius says, just give me the ball. And he just dove forward, and he got the 1st down.
Bit of extracurricular stuff going on the outside between an Effngham receiver and a Mattoon DB.
Carter Bushu over there reminding it's their ahead. It's a gain to the 23, and that's 3 on that run. And a new set of downs for the Hearts. This is exactly what the doctor ordered. Connor Simmons comes trotting out here. Or is it Caden Walls? I want to make sure it's 9, not 6. Sorry. Stand on my head there for a minute. Walls moves in. Here's the passer going the other way. Caught by Lutz. He's inside the 15, inside the 10, finally out of bounds, but the Hearts are going to have a 1st and goal situation.
Yep, just a quick little hitter to Lutz out there. He was right even with line of scrimmage, makes the catch, and then busts forward, and another quick 1st down for the Hearts.
Gain to the 8, Dustin. 23 to the 8. That's 15 yards. 1st and goal to go at the 8 of Mattoon. 7.5 to go, third quarter. Clock stopped when he ran out of bounds. Pontius up under center. They shift the 2 tight ends to the right side. That's Connor Thompson and Friend. There's a handoff. Oh, man, nice job by Mattoon kid on the deck. Reached up and took down Weymouth. That was a nice effort. By the way, that other Effngham player that lines up over there is Colton Loy. Sorry for Colton's mom and dad and grandma. Probably wondered why I never mentioned him. But it's him and Connor Thompson that are in that double set that shifts to the other side depending on where the play is going to go. So the gain, as I'll shut up here, 1. So it's 2nd and goal at the 7. Pontius up under center. Rolls. Got room. There's the pass. Oh, it's right in the gut. Touchdown, Effngham.
Colton Loy, you were just talking about him, and there was what I believe might be his first catch of the season, and he finds pay dirt.
So 82 and 87, he and Connor Thompson work out there on that double tight end set. They shift from side to side, and Lloyd just got in the end zone. Touchdown pass of 7. Hearts lead at 19-0. The score comes with 6:50 left in the third quarter, and Armando Estrada ready to boot one far. Here's the snap, the placement, the kick's up. It's plenty deep, and it's also plenty good. 20-0 Effingham. 6:50 to go in the third. Back with a kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Color Drive in Effngham will find a vehicle that works for you. Check out Northside Ford's selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
Washington Savings Bank is here for you through every stage of life. We make banking easy and convenient.
All right, just double checking on the catch. Here's the scoring drive. The score came with 6:50 to go in the third quarter, and it was on a pass play from Pontius to Colton Loy. Estrada's kick was good. 6 plays, 35 yards, took 2:11 to complete. 2:10 to complete, pardon me. And the Hearts are in front 20-0. There's the kickoff. Mattoon ends up with the football at their 30-yard line.
It was another perfect kick for Estrada. Got it back in the one-yard line. But Cade Kimbrough that time was able to catch it cleanly and therefore bring the return out beyond the 20-yard line, in fact, all the way out to the 29.
So 1st and 10 for the Green Wave at their 29-yard line. This drive will start with 6:42 to go in the third quarter. Hearts now in front 20-0. Scoring each quarter. A touchdown in each of the first 3 periods. They go Trier in the shotgun, fakes the handoff, ran it, and that's not Trier either. And he gets it out across the 30 to the 34. That is a different quarterback for Mattoon, I believe.
Yeah, Cale Kimbrough took this.
Cale Kimbrough, yeah. So Cale Kimbrough carried that time. The gain's to the 34, so a gain of 4, and it's 2nd and 6. He stays in at quarterback, running from the shotgun. There's a snap, low snap. Anybody's ball. I think Mattoon fell on it. And actually, there might be no gain because the ball went forward. Mattoon got down there and covered it up, so they retain possession, but that brings up 3rd and 6 as there's actually no gain. That ball ended up right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 6 at the 34, I'm sorry.
Tariq Grace was the one who came out of the pile with it, by the way.
So back to the shotgun, Kimbrough, quarterback in this series, got a man in motion from the far side, and then somebody else jumped, and you can't do that. So there's a flag. And I think it's a procedure penalty on the Wave. And it is. So that'll bring it back 5 more yards.
First penalty of the half for Mattoon. They had 4. Effngham had none in the first half. And it's really the timing as much as anything here, as that pushes Mattoon back to a 3rd and 11.
At the 29, 5:40 left in the third. Kimbrough again quarterbacking here. There's the snap, low snap, but he got it. Rolling, now looking to throw. It's deep and out of bounds. So that'll bring up 4th down. He got rid of it. There was nobody open. I checked downfield, and there wasn't anybody open. So 4th and 11 at their 29, and I think a punt is in order.
Kimbrough, a sophomore. Of course, the Mattoon coach, Jared Kimbrough, first year on the scene, and I'm going to guess that's his boy out there. I cannot confirm that, but we'll try to.
Yeah, and all kinds of changes. New athletic director, new facility. A lot of changes here at Mattoon. There's a snap on the punt, and they do get it away, and it's not too deep, and it's going to land right at midfield and then takes a Hearts bounce, and then Mattoon touched it, so it'll be Effngham ball. And they're going to get it right about midfield by the time that ball was downed. And, yeah, it was touched in Mattoon territory. So they will set it down, I think, at the 47. Yep. It'll be 1st and 10 for Effngham at Mattoon's 47-yard line.
Yep, just 18 yards on that punt then.
5:18 left in the third quarter as the Hearts start this drive leading 20-0. So a lot going right for the Hearts tonight. Let's see what they do here with this short field. Muhammad Seymour leading Lincoln 42-7 at halftime. Thank you, Mr. Woltman. We mentioned Muhammad's pretty good.
Yeah.
42-7 at halftime. Woo, Lincoln's not having a bad year. Caden Walls gets the handoff, going to the left side on his feet and got it to the 40. Nice run.
We have seen that play work out pretty well for Caden Walls a time or two. He got hit at the line of scrimmage when they tried to do it in the first half, but a little bit more room there, a 7-yard pickup.
Gain to the 40, and it's 2nd and 3.
The one that, going back to the scores from halftime, Collinsville being up just 14-0 on Charleston was a little surprising to me.
I know nothing about Collinsville.
I think they're pretty good.
I know Mater Dei was losing. They'd go to 1-3 with a loss tonight.
That's weird to say, isn't it?
Isn't it? There's a handoff. I think it's Weymouth. And, or maybe not. Yeah, he's picking up one of his linemen who was blocking for him. That's what was going on there. Gain to the 38, so a gain of 2. And it's 3rd and 1.
I refuse to believe modern day is anything other than great, because it's just the way it goes with them. Pontius went up the middle on that one.
The big scrum, he needed to get to the 35 to make sure of a first down.
I think that
he did.
Popped free at the end of that play.
Gain of 3 to the 35. They must have got it back.
Must have.
Got the first down.
57 yards for Tanner on 12 carries. Now Effingham's second rushing first down of the half, so the Hearts are moving the football.
Under 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Hearts lead at 20-0. Pontius up under center. Looking to throw, goes out in the far flats. That's Lutz, made the catch, and he's getting about 3 or 4.
That's a pretty good gainer to Lutz for 15 yards on the last possession on pretty much the same play. This one not quite as successful, but still a gainer.
To the 27. So, not better than I thought. Got 8 out of it.
8.
So it's 2nd and 2.
4 catches for Lutz.
Tanner staying up under center here. Pontius looking to throw, got a man, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, led his receiver a little too far. That was Garrett Wolf looking for his first reception of the game, an out pattern on the right side, and he just he couldn't catch up to that one. The throw was a little off the mark. Pontius had to get rid of it, though.
3rd and 2 at the 27. Clock stops with the incompletion, and 3:37 to go in the 3rd. Out goes Wolf. In comes Carter Bushu at that receiver spot out here on the near side. See what happens here. Looking to hand off. They got it. They got the first down. Nice run to the 20. And nice work by the right side of that line, opening a big hole for Evan Weymouth. Man, that was pretty.
Yep.
Just shy of the 20. Call it the 21, Dustin, so a gain of 6.
As much space as we've really seen Evan have to run, with the exception of the 8-yard touchdown that he put up. He's up to 70 yards on 22 carries. The average is not great, but he's he's chewing it up. He's doing his job.
Mattoon's got to be tired on defense. They've been out there a lot tonight. 1st and 10 for Effngham. They're down to the Mattoon 21. Pontius was in the gun. Now he's up under center. Moves Walls across the back. Handoff up the middle instead to Weymouth. And he get it inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line. One check the spot.
It's one of those sets where it's pretty clear the Hearts were planning to run the football, but they just put so much size on the line that it didn't matter. It's still able to push forward and get something out of it.
Yep, gain of 4 to the 17. It's 2nd and 6. 2.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. Pontius back from the front there, gets the message. Wolf's back in. Garrett in the slot here. Nobody's really, Lutz is wide to the far side. Going to fake the handoff. Pontius on the run. Down he goes, and he's very near the 10-yard line before they take him down.
Lutz was doing some pretty good blocking there on the left side. He was able to make sure that Tanner was able to turn the corner and get it up toward the 10-yard line. I think shy of it to maybe the 11 is the spot.
Got 5 from the 16 to the 11. So it's 2nd.
No, that's first down.
Excuse me.
Yep.
That's first down at the 11. So they can get a first down without getting a touchdown.
Theoretically. Let's not bother with that, huh?
I'm perfectly willing to accept that. Pontius got out of the way of a defender. He's on the run. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. He's really near the goal line, just about where Dustin said he couldn't go. And it's going to be 2nd and goal at the 1, or maybe it's a 1st and goal.
Well, I said I didn't want him to go. I want to be clear. I want to be clear about this. Yeah, they did get the first down. I'll be darned.
1st and goal at the 1. So a gain of 10 there. And that's why I say stuff like that.
See Michael Love come in the game. Is that right?
Well, he just might.
I thought it was 42.
That would not be Michael Love, though.
Oh, you're right. No, it is 44. He's in the blocking back.
44, okay. So he's in there. Weymouth in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Effngham. Hearts improve the lead to 26-0. The score comes with exactly 1 minute remaining in the 3rd quarter. 26-0 Effngham. And they will go for one. With a kicker like Estrada, why wouldn't you? And a 26-0 lead, why wouldn't you? So, kick up, big boot, deep, good. Hearts lead at 27-0. 1 minute left in the third. Back with the kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
The Giving Plate, a meal service with heart. Purchase fresh and frozen meals along with salads and wraps. We have provided over 1,000 free meals to members of our local community. Check us out at our website and order online at thegivingplatemeals.com.
With an expanded service department, our new Express Lube, and a huge lineup from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Geckner Brothers continues to build on the service and trust we've earned since 1937. Visit us online at gecknerbros.net.
Estrada hits it well. It's taken at the 1, just about fell back into the end zone, but now he moves forward, and down he goes. No, he got away. Nice return out across the 30-yard line before they take the return man down. Nice work by Kimbrough. There is a flag, and now there's another one. That one got thrown at the 35, so let's sort this out.
Another good kick for Estrada, taken right at the 1-yard line. But Kimbrough, for the second time, a really strong return, even better than the last one. But, yeah, we'll have to see. And they're going to walk it back toward Mattoon's goal.
So it's still taken to the, set it down at the 32-22.
So a 10-yard holding penalty was the play there. Again, 7 penalties for Mattoon in the game. Hearts yet to be penalized, so it would be the 22 where the ball is spotted.
First and 10 at the 22, 51.5 seconds left in this third quarter, and the Hearts pursue. The ball carrier tried to come around the end here on the near side of the field, and Grace, pretty decent gain before the Hearts drove him out of bounds.
And you'll notice that...
or did he go out of bounds? Clock still running.
You'll notice that Slater Trier is back playing quarterback now for Mattoon.
So he did not go out of bounds, pardon me. 22 to the 26, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. This will be the last play of the third quarter, I would presume. Low snap, but he got it. There's the handoff. They run it up the gut, and down he goes at about the 27-yard line. Tariq Grace. And they'll spot it at the 28. Michael Love among them on the stop, and that's the end of the third quarter. Ball spotted at the 28, Dustin, so a gain of 2. That's where things will stand as we start the fourth quarter. After 3 here at Mattoon, Effngham 27, Mattoon nothing on 97.9 XFM.
Come see all the new and exciting Chevrolet and Toyota vehicles here at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effngham, or shop and buy 24/7 at danheck.com.
Washington Savings Bank is here for you through every stage of life. We make banking easy and convenient.
Well, this is a surpriser for sure. It's Effngham 27, Mattoon nothing as we start the fourth quarter. Yeah, Dustin and I agree. We thought this was going to be a close contest, and instead the Hearts have dominated this thing.
Yeah, not at all what we were looking for, but hey, you like a good surprise every now and again. And so far the Hearts have dominated. A quarter to go, but they're in pretty good shape.
From the shotgun, here's the handoff, and they get it across the 30 to the 31. So gain of 5 there for Tariq Grace. Gain of 5, and that'll make it 4th and 1. Just into the fourth quarter.
They got to go for it.
And they do. And I'm not sure they got it.
Effingham players, at least a couple are pointing that way. Of course, that's what you do, right?
That's right. Boy, it's really close. I'm checking the side official, and
Slater Trier tried to just push forward. He's not the biggest kid there lining up a quarterback, 140 pounds.
They didn't get it. Hearts football. Ran it up the gut, came up just short, and Effingham again with a short field here to start this drive. 11:36 left. And they have it 1st and 10 at Mattoon's 31-yard line. Wow. Hearts have done a lot right tonight.
Short field coming up, already with the 4-score lead. So at this point, it's just about taking care of the football, Nothing silly. Run time off the clock, get in the end zone again if you can, of course, but mostly just don't do anything stupid.
Center Jacob Foster gets it out there and lines up and snaps that football to Pontius, and they hand it off to Weymouth, and he's rolling, and he gets near the 20-yard line on 1st down. And he might have got enough for a 1st down, and he did. So from the 31, the gain, Dustin, to the 20. Gain of 11 and a new set of downs for the Hearts. Boy, there's a lot going right. And we've got an injured player. Quick as I say that, is it Weymouth? He's been limping a little tonight. Trainer Troy out there at the 20 to talk to Mr. Weymouth.
It's kind of a, I don't want to say it's a cursed position for Effngham, but I will say that it has been one where there's been a fair share of misfortune. Again, Weymouth is the 3rd feature back that Effngham has had. You do the math. This is week 4.
He's up.
Problem.
That's encouraging. And he's walking off on his own, and he's talking to the coaches like, I don't need to leave, do I?
Well.
And he does.
I think with a 27-0 lead, Spencer Fox has shown he can carry the ball. I mean, we have at least seen, we've seen Weldon Dunston take a kickoff in this game. So.
There, that's nice. He's running off the field. A limp.
I think that might be the last we'll see of him, though. I still think that's probably going to be the smart move for the Effngham coaching staff.
My point is it doesn't look like it's serious, so the gain to the 21, and it's 1st and 10. Pick up who's in there.
Give it to the up back that time.
And
Coberline.
That would be Caden Coberline. It's Weldon Dunston who's back at the tailback spot. So he's not 100%. He was limping back to the huddle. So Coberline, no gain, 2nd and 10.
I need you to go down there and be running back. Greg, you want to be a tailback?
Not on your life. Dunston, the handoff up the middle, on his feet. He's near the 10-yard line. He's all right. Weldon says, hey,
good
give
enough.
me the ball.
Good enough, I guess.
From the 21, the gain is to the 11. Gain to 10.
Must be just
shy. 3rd and smidge. About the 11. So Pontius up under center.
They did call
now they
down.
Moved it. Well, yeah, so now the officials stopped the clock because they wanted to wait on the chain gang to get relocated.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a penalty. I think it was just that they needed to wait on the chain gang.
I don't know. A flag didn't come out. So
it is a procedure penalty on the Hearts. Okay. Maybe they saw the chain gang moving, and that got their attention.
Well,
so it's at the 16s where the flag got thrown.
Effingham had gone without drawing a flag up until that point in the game.
So it's a 5-yard walk-off back to the 16, and it's 1st and 15 at the 16. Pontius looking to throw. No, he hands it off. Dunston again, coming to the near side, turns it up. He's inside he's right at the 5 where they drive him back. So that'd be from the 16 to the 5, and that would be close. Close to a 1st down.
Boy, I thought he was going to get in, but somebody met him and stood him up.
16 to the 5. Gain of 11 for Dunston.
Nice little run, though, for Weldon. 2 carries, 21 yards.
We're seeing other people out there now. There's Loy back. He scored the touchdown earlier in the game.
Love going to come in and probably play in that blocking back spot now like he did on the touchdown run for Weymouth on the last possession.
He did that on the younger teams earlier in his high school career. Dunston, the handoff, picking his way through the traffic, and he's in for the touchdown. Wait a minute. Everybody's waving. I didn't see anybody signal touchdown.
Yeah, I'm going to wait just a second.
I want to check this out. I think the Hearts have scored.
I don't know.
But there's some chatting going on. Personal foul, horse collar tackle on Mattoon. So it is a touchdown. I'm sure the Hearts will decline the penalty.
Well, I think it might just...
It is a touchdown. Okay, there you go. I just wanted to wait till somebody gave me the hands up. So that makes it 33-0, and Estrada out to kick the extra point. By the way, from the hold of Zach Donaldson, I never give him any credit. Donaldson to hold for Estrada on the extra point. It's 33-0 Effingham. 9:41 left in this one. So the ball's at the 10. There's the snap. There's the kick. It's up. Looks good to me. Officials agree. And it's 34-0 Effingham. Score again with 9:41 left in the game. Back with the kickoff in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
The Giving Plate, a meal service with heart. Purchase fresh and frozen meals along with salads and wraps. We have provided over 1,000 free meals to members of our local community. Check us out at our website and order online at thegivingplatemeals.com.
With an expanded service department, our new Express Lube, and a huge lineup from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Geckner Brothers continues to build on the service and trust we've earned since 1937. Visit us online at gecknerbros.net.
All right. We are ready for the kickoff. Again, that penalty, that horse collar tackle, that's being imposed here on the kickoff. So the Hearts are kicking from Mattoon's 45-yard line.
Yeah, Estrada could just put it in the end zone, or he could try and put some touch on this one. Now he's just going to kick it through the back of the end zone.
That's somewhere up near the cross street, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wave at the 20. 9:41 left. Effingham now leads at 34-0. That drive was 5 plays, 31 yards, took 1:55. Hearts benefited from great field position, obviously. Weldon Dunston with the 5-yard touchdown run. Estrada's kick was good. Effingham's up 34-0. 1st and 10 for the Green Wave at their 20. We're back home next week. Effingham hosting those Taylorville Tornadoes. Kickoff at 7 o'clock, right here where you're listening this evening. From the shotgun, low snap, but they got it. Handoff to Grace, coming to the near side, and the Hearts are swarming, and still a nice run.
Yeah.
Got it out across the 30-yard line.
Well, as good a run as Grace has had all game, as a matter of fact. His high before tonight was 6 yards, and I think he probably eclipsed that there.
20 to the 33, a gain of 13 yards. Love was in on the stop, and Niles Maxiden was in the neighborhood, too.
We hate to give up a first down, but also that's the first time that the Mattoon team's been able to move the chains in the second half.
From the shotgun again on 1st and 10. There's the snap, looking to throw out across the middle. It is caught, and a run after the catch to the 40, and then he is grabbed. I think Connor Simmons, man, he has had a night tonight on defense for Effingham. The gain is to the 40, so a gain of 6. 2nd and 3. Gain of 7. 2nd and 3. I can do the math.
Logan Blackburn's 4th catch, and again, Slater Trier back throwing the passes for Mattoon. He took a possession off, but he's back at the quarterback position.
Thank you. Looking to throw. Hand it off instead, and a pretty good pursuit by the Hearts. Maybe no gain.
Not a lot, if anything.
Grace got maybe just back to the 40.
Yep.
Yeah, no gain.
Went to the sideline and got dragged down. He did stop the clock. He got out of bounds, but, yeah, just not a lot there for him.
8:31 left. Effingham in front, 34-0. I got to tell you, I knew the Hearts had a chance to win tonight. I had no idea it'd be 34-0, though. From the shotgun, there's the snap, looking to throw out across the middle, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, that one fell well short of where Blackburn, the intended receiver, was at. Again, one where Trier gets rid of it pretty early and just not really catchable for his receiver.
Yeah. As we said, a whole lot of changes here at Mattoon. New coach, as Dustin mentioned. Trent Duckett's here now as the AD after Dave had a long run here at Mattoon. 4th and 3 at the 40, and Mattoon's going for it. Hearts are coming. Going to pass across the middle. It is caught. He dives enough. It's plenty enough for the first down. The catch is at the 49, and a catch made by number 5, Owen Hawkins.
Yeah, nice sliding catch. Pick up a 9 yards on that one.
40 to the 49. New set of downs for the Wave. 8:15 left in this one. We'll talk with Coach Effner on the post-game show. Dustin will have some tasty stats and lots of scores from Gales, so stick with us. There's the snap. Here's the handoff. And not a lot. Right to midfield, it looks like. Grace, well, he got into Effngham territory.
Yep.
Giving 2 to the 49. Logan Heil, big old 68. We'll be seeing him come basketball season, too. So at the Effngham 49, waving out there, the receiver, said he's open, I guess. Let's see what happens here. There's the snap. There's a throw, and it's caught. Boy, right where he was waving. That was handy. And he's very near first down, Dustin.
Another catch for Blackburn. That's his fifth reception of the game. He's been a busy man.
49 to the 42, a gain of 7. 3rd and 1. 7:10 left in this one. Hearts in front 34 to nothing. Looking to get to 500 on the season at 2-2, and they'll be 2-1 in the Apollo. That sounds a whole lot better than 0-2.
It sure does. It's a lot better feeling these last couple of weeks.
Staying in the shotgun. 3rd and 1. Here's the snap. Looking to throw. It is across middle. It's caught. They got the first down. And a gain close to the 30-yard line before he's taken down. New set of downs here for the Green Wave.
Blackburn again.
To the 31. 42 to the 31, a gain of 11. So first down. Hearts are saying we're up 34 to nothing. So they're just playing, giving a little cushion. Keep the clock running, too. Low snap. Here come the Hearts. He got away. Here come more Hearts. And there's the throw to the turf. And it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that was a I don't want to get hurt throw. He had a lot of pursuit in the backfield, flushed him out of the pocket. On the run was Trier, and he eventually just got rid of it.
Still the 31-yard line. Incomplete pass at 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you can give a little cushion when you're this far ahead, but also there's some pride in shutting the team out. So I can guarantee you that this Effngham defense is still feeling some pressure right now.
From the shotgun again here. There's the snap, looking to throw across the middle. It is caught and dropped.
What a hit. And that, Connor Simmons hits the intended receiver just as he catches the pass and breaks that one up. That is just perfect timing by Simmons, who already has an interception tonight.
The old number 6 has had himself a game. Stops clock with 6:17 left. It's 3rd and 10 now at the Hearts 31. There's the snap, and 7 or 8 people jump, so take your pick.
Hard count. Got about 4 white jerseys to bite. So
thankfully, it's just 1 penalty. There were 8 guys that jumped. That could get really expensive if that wasn't the rule. So
that'd be interesting, yeah. If everybody who committed a penalty, if it all added up.
A gain of 5 to the
be on the 5-yard line if that was the case.
Gain of 5 to the 26. They check the sidelines, and now we're good to go. 6:16 to go in this one. Waiting on the snap, and we're still waiting.
30 seconds on the play clock, and the clock stops, so they don't have to be in any hurry. They want to make sure they get everybody where they need to be.
So here's the snap. Looking to throw. Incomplete. Stops the clock with 6:13 to go, and it's 4th and 5.
Blackburn, the intended receiver, again, he's already got 6 catches. That time, it was just a short little pass, and I think he was open, but also I think the Blackburn realized that he was going to have some company as soon as he caught that ball and maybe took his eye off it for a second. He's not the biggest kid out there either, a 5'5" senior, just 130 pounds.
At the 26, man in motion, handoff. They turn it up, and down he goes. Holy moly, Michael Love says hello.
Yep.
Down you go.
Love trying to suplex him in the backfield there after wrapping him up.
So Blackburn ran the ball that time. Love was not feeling the love. He took him down for, did better than I thought. Gain to the, no gain. Still at 26. And the Hearts get the ball on downs.
Maybe back to the 27.
Okay, he lost a yard.
Yeah. Yeah. But still, not as much as you would have thought, but hey, it was fun to watch.
Hearts football, 6:07 left. And a 34-0 lead. Up under center's Pontius. No, it's not Pontius. I'll get you a number in a minute. There's the handoff. That handoff by Gage Gillum.
Yeah.
Gage Gillum quarterbacking now. Gage Gillum at quarterback now for Effingham.
I'll have to look at the tailback, too, because I'm not sure who ran that football. Don't want to shortchange anybody.
Yep. Gage is going to stay. Wolf's back out, and he's split wide right. Still got Lutz out there coming to the near side. And they're going to run it. And up the gut, nice run. Gain to the 35-yard line. And who's coming out of the scrum there? Turn around. Show me that number, young man.
5.
That will work.
Muhammad Freeman.
All right, so Muhammad Freeman. I think that's his first carry this season.
Well, second, actually.
Because he carried the last time.
Yeah.
Thank you. So the gain is to the 35, and it's 3rd and 2. So he's gained 8 yards off.
He hit the whole hard that time. He was had his steam built up. So, yeah, Freeman is a senior on this team, getting a little action here.
So up under center, ball's fumbled, picked up, and the handoff, and they actually got yardage out of that. That worked out okay. And let's see about the pursuit. I think he got the first down. Well, it's probably not how they drew it up, but it worked. So Gage Gillum with a handoff. Freeman again, and a gain to the 39. So a gain of 4, and that is enough for a first down. And we're down to 4.5 minutes to play. Hearts in front 34-0. Going to go to 2-2 on the season and 2-1 in the conference. Gillum up under center. He's pitching relief now for Pontius. Handoff, beat back, and he got out across the 40. I'm just checking every time to make sure they don't send in other kids.
Still Freeman, I believe.
Lutz was in the middle there trying to block, I guess. So a gain to the 42. So a gain of 3. 4. I'm not going to quibble. We're under 4 minutes to go. We'll talk to Coach Effner on the post-game show. Lots of stats. You're going to like them. And also all those scores from Gale. And the latest on NASCAR, which you can hear right now on KJ Country. Ball at the 43 of the Hearts. Handoff, yes. Ooh, we got stuffed.
Yeah,
he stopped, and that was...
Gillum, or Freeman, rather, found out what happens if you don't just keep moving forward. He stood there for a second to assess the situation and then got cleaned up by a couple of green jerseys, and that's a lesson learned there.
I don't know much about foreign food. I hear Brian talk about moofalata. But that might have been what Freeman said right there as he got the woof taken out of him. Holy cow.
And still, moved. I mean, the spot's maybe a foot further than it was, so a little bit of a gain there for Mr. Freeman.
Under 3 minutes to go. Gage Gillum again running the show for the Hearts now. Handoff. Freeman again. Diving and driving. First down. I thought I saw something fly out of there. I guess it wasn't the ball. It wasn't a shoe. I guess we're okay.
Got it on the Mattoon side of the 50-yard line.
To the 47, so from the 42 to the 47, I believe that's 11 yards. First down, Hearts, and 2.5 to go.
Well, something else, Gage Gillum quarterbacking now, and he really, on the fun names to say scale, he's really, really up toward the top.
Well, his brother played some football for Effngham.
Yeah, you're right. Jet Gillum was a heck of a player for these guys.
Jet's playing, I wish I could remember, somewhere up in the northwest part of the state, but he's still playing. There's a handoff. Freeman ran into one of his blockers, falls forward, and got it out to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, he shook away from that. Yeah, initially just ran into a stack of players and then shifted to the right and turned that into a heck of a gain, another 8 yards from the 47 to the 39.
Running at will.
34 yards on 7 carries for Muhammad Freeman. So, hey, that's fun.
Star of the game. Down to 1:40 to go. 34-0 Effingham. Man, oh man.
Effingham taking every second they can. Obviously, the point of this is just to get the clock to 0. But fun sequence here to close things out for the Hearts.
All right, they got Lutz out here to the near side, but I think we're done doing anything too dramatic. Just 9 Hearts just drove forward, and they got it inside the 35.
Gillum might have kept that time.
And it's to the 32, so a gain of 7. Man, oh, man.
On a play where they were really just trying to pick up a couple of yards, Gillum with the keeper.
Down to the 32, and we're under a minute to go. Hart's going to be at 500 on the season, 2-1 in the Apollo. And this could be close to the last play.
Yeah, Effngham should let the play clock or the game clock run below 40 before they snap this.
There's the victory formation. Gillum takes a knee. Clock stops with 38 seconds left. Everybody's excited on the Hart side of the field. Big crowd from Effngham came up tonight, and they've had a good time. And that's the show, folks. No other play is going to be run tonight. Final score here at Gainesfield at Mattoon High School. Effngham 34, Mattoon nothing. Hearts go to 2-2, 2-1 in the Apollo. Mattoon now 1-3, 1-2 in the conference. Post-game show, going to be a busy one. A lot of good things to talk about. Back in a minute, Gail, on 97.9 XFM.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Color Drive in Effngham will find a vehicle that works for you. Check out Northside Ford's selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
Washington Savings Bank is here for you through every stage of life. We make banking easy and convenient.
This is the Farm Credit Illinois postgame show. Farm Credit Illinois, assisting farmers for over 100 years.
Well, we're back at Gainesfield at Mattoon High School. Final score tonight, Effngham 34, Mattoon nothing. Wow, this was unexpected that it would be this margin of victory, and just a dominating performance by the Hearts. Again, they go to 2-2, 2-1 in the Apollo. Here's how the scoring shook out. Effngham scored with 2:20 to go in the first quarter at the end of a wonderful 14-play, 86-yard drive, took 6:44 off the clock, highlighted by Evan Weymouth's 8-yard touchdown run. The kick was no good, but the Hearts were on top 6-0, and they went on from there. Effngham scored again with 8:14 to go in the second. Again, a great drive, 12 plays, 52 yards, took 4:56 off the clock, highlighted by Tanner Pontius's 1-yard touchdown run. Kick by Estrada was good. Hearts were up 13-0. Effngham scored again with 6:50 to go in the third at the end of a 6-play, 35-yard drive that took 2:10 off the clock. That was a 7-yard pass reception by Colton Loy. The kick by Estrada was good, and the Hearts were up 20-0. Effngham scored again with a minute to go in the third at the end of a 10-play, 47-yard drive that took 4:18 off the clock, highlighted by Evan Weymouth's 1-yard touchdown run. Estrada again good on the kick, and the Hearts were up 27-0. And they scored one more time with 9:41 left in the game at the end of a 5-play, 31-yard drive. Great field position. Took a minute 55, and that was highlighted by Weldon Dunstan's 5-yard touchdown run. Estrada's kick was good, and the Hearts a winner, 34-0. Pretty impressive victory, you bet. Dustin's working on the stats. Coach Hefner will join us upstairs in a little bit. Gail has a double arm load full of scores. That's all on the way in a minute here on 97.9 XFM.
Since our start, Brown's Drug Store in Effngham has remained an independent family business. We've made it our goal in being the neighborhood pharmacy that treats our customers like family. You'll love our fast prescription service, curbside pickup, and free delivery. From gifts to over-the-counter solutions, it's Brown's Drug Store in downtown Effingham. Call 342-2185 or stop by at 115 West Jefferson Avenue. It's a pleasure to serve you, and good luck to all the area teams.
Now's the time to order your new Toyota from Dan Heck Toyota in Effngham. We're getting shipments of new Toyotas almost daily, but most of them are already sold. By ordering your Toyota today, you'll secure delivery, you can choose your colors and equipment, and make it your own. We invite you to see the all-new Tundra and information about the all-new Sequoia as well. Find out why more people get their new Toyotas from Dan Heck Toyota, South Route 45 in Effngham, or danheck.com online.
You two, be careful going home. All right. Saying hi to Curran McNeely and Aaron Adams, two of the Hearts' assistant coaches. They are happy, too, with the final score. Effngham will winner 34-0 here at Mattoon. To win on the road in dominating fashion like this is highly unusual, and especially as the season had unfolded, but the Hearts are rapidly turning into a much, much better football team. Got the win at home against Charleston, now one on the road here at Mattoon, and back home to Taylorville next Friday night. Kickoff at 7 o'clock at Klosterman Field at Washington Savings Bank Stadium, and we'll have that for you here on 97.9 XFM. Gales gathering scores. We'll get you up to date on the NASCAR race as well. A reminder, this is one of those Friday night, Saturday night NASCAR weekends, so they're running the Xfinity race tonight. The Cup race is tomorrow night, so we'll have that for you as well on KJ Country at 102.3. And we'll have lots of scores from Gale, as we said. Dustin's got a lot of good news to share. That's why he's wanting to make sure it's just right. So we'll remind you we're back home again to Taylorville next week. More Apollo Conference action. Kickoff at 7 here on 97.9 XFM. Here's Dustin with the numbers.
I have got them for you, Greg, and yeah, they're pretty good. Effingham had a heck of a second half. Outgained Mattoon 303 to 177 for the game. Remember, that was 136 to 109 in Effingham's favor at the break. So the Hearts outgained them 167 to 68, limited Mattoon to 68 yards of total offense in the second half, and that's how you win a ball game. 66 plays for the Hearts on their 303 yards. At Mattoon ran 52 plays for 177. On the ground, Effingham ended up churning out 231 yards on 54 rushing attempts. That's 4.3 yards per attempt, and 4 of their 5 scores coming in the ground game. Mattoon, by contrast, 41 yards on 23 attempts. That's 1.8 yards per rushing attempt, and it was really good all game long for the Hearts. Remember, they were limiting Mattoon to fewer than a yard per attempt in the first half. Got a little bit better for the Green Wave, but not much. What Mattoon could not do is get anything going in the passing game in the second half. They ended up at 136 passing yards on 11 of 29 passing. Remember, they had 99 at halftime, so they weren't able to get a whole lot done through the air. Effingham continued to not throw the ball very much in the second half, didn't need to. For the game, the Hearts threw the ball 12 times, 9 times successfully, 72 yards, and 1 more score through the air. First downs, Effingham ended up with 25 of them, 20 on the ground, 4 through the air, 1 by penalty. Mattoon had just 3 first downs after the break, ended up with 8 first downs in the game, 6 through the air, 2 on the ground, and 25 to 8 first down advantage. You figure that's going to be pretty good news on the scoreboard, and it sure was for the Hearts. Turnover-wise, Effingham took it away twice, both on interceptions. Mattoon did not have any takeaways. Each team fumbled 3 times in this game, is all on bad snaps, but nobody did lose a fumble for the game. Hearts were penalized just 2 times for 10 yards compared to 8 times for 75 yards for Mattoon. And the time of possession was almost 2-1 in Effingham's favor. The Hearts had the football for 31 minutes and 20 seconds tonight, 16 minutes and 40 seconds for the Green Wave. Individually, Tariq Grace ended up with 32 yards on 14 carries for Mattoon, and that actually represents a much more productive second half for him. They kept him bottled up real well in the first half. He got a couple of decent runs in the second half, but overall, talented runner that Effingham was able to really neutralize. Slater Trier, the primary quarterback for Mattoon, 5 yards on 7 attempts. He was sacked 1 time and lost 9 yards on that play. Kel Kimbrough, 1 rushing attempt for 5 yards. He was playing quarterback at the time that he made that running play. And Logan Blackburn, he had one rushing attempt. He lost a yard. Trier was the quarterback for most of the game for Mattoon. He was 11 of 28 passing the ball, 136 yards and 2 interceptions. Cale Kimbrough came in for a series and played quarterback, threw one pass. That one was incomplete. Logan Blackburn was the leading receiver for Mattoon by a wide margin, 65 yards on his 6 receptions. Owen Hawkins had 3 catches for 32 yards. Jake Butler had one really nice catch for 31 yards. And Tariq Grace, 1 reception for 8 yards. Caden Youngie punted the ball 4 times for Mattoon tonight, 103 yards. So that's a 25.8 yard average. Cale Kimbrough, 3 kick returns for 77 yards of return yardage there. And really that is it. No punt returns, no fumble recoveries, interceptions, anything like that for Mattoon. And their kicker, Caden Youngie, only got the kick off one time. It was a good one, taken at the 2-yard line. But when you don't score any points, you don't kick off too much. So that works out pretty well for Effngham. And speaking of working out well for Effngham, had a lot of success running the football tonight. Evan Weymouth, 85 yards on 25 carries, including 2 scores. He ran in touchdowns from 8 yards and 1 yard out. Came up a little gimpy after a run late in the game, but ran off the field pretty enthusiastically. I think if it was in a make-or-break situation, you might not have necessarily gone away from him, but the game being what it was, they gave him the rest of the night off. Tanner Pontius, 73 rushing yards on 14 attempts for the Effngham quarterback. He had a touchdown run of a yard. Weldon Dunstan scored a touchdown tonight, 26 yards on his 3 carries. The touchdown run came from 5 yards out. Caden Walls, 7 yards on his 2 attempts. Caden Coberline had 1 rushing attempt, got back to the line of scrimmage. Gage Gillum came in relief at the quarterback position for Effngham and had 2 rushing attempts for 6 yards. And Muhammad Freeman, nice little close out of the game for him, 34 yards on his 7 attempts. So nice to see him get in on the action, and he didn't waste his time on the field. Ran hard and had some nice gains. Gillum again played quarterback, lined up under center for Effngham late in the game. Didn't throw any passes. Tanner Pontius threw all 12 passes for the Hearts, completed 9 of them for 72 yards and a score. That 7-yard touchdown was to Colton Loy. First catch of the season for Colton. 7-yard touchdown grab. Andrew Lutz, again, the leading receiver for the Hearts, 41 yards on his 4 receptions. Coberline, 2 catches for 22 yards. That came on pretty quick succession plays for Effngham. Kind of the same play a couple of times that worked really well. Jacob Weaver had a reception for 2 yards, and Caden Walls had the dreaded reception for 0 yards, but hey, I'll bet he'll take 1 reception over no receptions. The ball came his way. He made the catch. So counting up, 5 different Effngham receivers getting in on the action tonight. Pontius, 2 punts, 109 yards. That's a 54.5-yard average because he had that one boot that went all the way into the end zone. And then only 1 kick return for Weldon Dunstan. It was a good one, a 29-yarder. And you had a couple of interceptions in this game. Connor Simmons and Jack Harper each picked off passes tonight. Neither one of them had any return yardage, but they did a great job picking off those passes. And Armando Estrada, boy, he kicked the ball well tonight. 3 touchbacks, including one that was from the 45-yard line. Remember, that was after a 15-yard penalty that came on a touchdown play for Effngham. It was assessed on the kickoff. Easy touchback there, but a couple of traditional touchbacks. And then 3 other kickoffs for Estrada, all taken at the 1-yard line by Mattoon. So Armando was just, he was doing great work in the kickoff game like he always does. Nobody should be surprised. And I've talked long enough. Coach Hefner has made his way up to the press box here at Gainesfield, and he ought to have a lot of happy things to talk about after a shutout win for the Effngham Hearts.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dustin. Yeah, Brett joins us here on the post-game show. And congratulations. A lot to like. Pitching a shutout's always something pretty special.
Yeah, happy for our kids. Thought we did a really good job tonight. Good team win, I thought. I thought in all phases we didn't have one carrying the other. We didn't have, I thought defensively was what we have been seeing. offensively, I thought we were efficient. I know, there's not going to be huge passing numbers, I wouldn't imagine, but I like the efficiency of it. I thought we threw and caught it, caught the ball well. And then the other thing that helps is the design runs by the quarterback are not the ones that are the killer. The killer is the undesigned runs,
right?
The scrambles, and that's what he kind of gives you in that. But he's playing well. He's making good reads and making good decisions. We got guys making catches and making plays, and and of course I thought special teams were outstanding again tonight. He's a weapon in the punt game. Armando's a huge weapon in the kicking game, and so I thought it was an outstanding team win. And at week 4 you should be playing pretty well.
Yeah, and I think we saw the first 2 losses to really good football teams. You've adjusted well, and now you're not making those mistakes.
Yeah, no, we're not. We had a couple tonight, and it's and to the average, I don't want to say fan, but like to most people, they don't say, well, what's the big deal? And we get a false start on the first extra point that he makes the kick, and you back up 5. And it's not that we know Armando's got play. He can kick a 44-yard field goal.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that you have to execute it again, and then all of a sudden you miss it. Well, that's a big deal. That's a big deal in a tight game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big deal. And then I did like the fact that penalties were way down for us. We had the one false start, and it's a tough one because the defense yelled out a shift, and we went early because the defense yelled. So so I liked the discipline of our kids. I liked how they blocked and finished, and I thought it was a really good win.
I thought the early interception was a key. I think that kind of helped dictate how.
Yeah, they made some plays early. I mean, they got some nice athletes. We talk about it all the time. Talking about like, hey, they're going to make plays. Like their coach too. Like they got pretty good kids. They got pretty good kids too. And these guys do a good job coaching. I coach with a lot of these guys. And they do a good job. And they got some kids to play. I thought our secondary adjusted well. We finally made some plays on the ball. Jack got a couple deflections. Armando got one. Jack got an interception. So I thought, which was good to see.
Yeah, he got a tip on one play, and I think then got the pick on the next play.
Yeah. So it was good. I said it earlier. That's his 4th game. It's Armando's 4th game at defense. Well, they're pretty good for only playing 4 games. And so the fact that they haven't come close to hitting their ceiling, like that's the exciting part to me, and so and I think Connor and London give us a secondary. I like our secondary. Miles playing well. I like our whole defense. I like our whole team. Like I said, I thought tonight was as complete of a game as you could ask for.
Yeah, and on the road.
Yeah. I'm happy that, and this is a beautiful facility.
Yeah.
The field's great, and the scoreboard's great, and so to have an opportunity to come out here and get a win out here, on their new facility, and not be their first victory in their new facility was pretty important too.
Absolutely. So 2-2 and 2-1 in the Apollo, and that's nice.
It is. As we talk all the time. Conference first,
right?
And then see where it shakes from there. And so, to be at 2-1, you still give yourself a chance, going forward. And we'll enjoy it. It's like I told him afterwards, we're never going to be satisfied. We're going to be nitpicky about a lot of things, but winning is hard and enjoy winning. I was happy for our kids, the excitement that our kids had tonight. And I think that's the difference tonight between last week. Last week they were happy they won, but they weren't. And tonight you could hear them after the game, and it was good. Like to try and tell anybody that's been around it, you wish everybody could experience it, because winning on a Friday night is just hard to explain. It's hard to explain to everybody the euphoria that goes with it because of all the work that goes into it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're always sweet on the road, but walking off of that field at Clausen Field, for those kids walking across there after a win's a pretty special deal. And like you said, now we get 2 in a row at home. We get Taylorville next week, be staff appreciation night for us.
Okay.
And then the following week is homecoming, which is always a fun event as well for everybody but the head coach. So
I knew that was coming.
But it is good. I'm happy for our kids tonight, man. I thought they played. Gosh, I thought they played really well.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate the visit.
Oh, it's always fun. It's especially fun after a win, isn't it?
You bet. Nothing better. Thank you, Brad. Hearts coach Brad Heffner, appreciate him coming up and joining us on the post-game show. Again, the final score was 34-0. Effngham gets the win. Pitched the shutout tonight as they got the victory over the Mattoon Green Wave at Mattoon. Let's send it back to Gale. Well, I'll tell you what, Dustin has the numbers ready, doesn't he? He was still in the middle of some.
No, I made it all the way through, Greg.
Wonderful. Good work. Okay. Thank you. All right, so scores in from Gale. Let's see what she has.
All right, let's run down the scores tonight. Cumberland defeated ALAH 28-26. It was a back-and-forth game, but Cumberland pulled that one out. So, again, the Pirates victorious tonight. Cumberland 28, ALAH 26. Red Hill over Newton 22-17. The final for Arcola and Tri-County, it was Arcola 46 over Tri-County 14. Also a final, Mahomet Seymour over Lincoln 63-14. Shelbyville defeated Tuscola tonight 40-6. Late in the fourth quarter, Mount Zion led Taylorville 21-0. Late in the fourth quarter, Collinsville leading Charleston 28-7. Also late in the fourth, St. Teresa over Meridian 62-0. Also late in the fourth quarter, Robinson leading Casey 32-8. Olney Richland County leads Marshall late in the fourth quarter 42-7. In the third quarter, I knew that Vandalia was leading Hillsboro 30-12. Late in the fourth quarter also, Highland leads Jerseyville 61-19. And the Breeze Mater Dei score has not been updated. At the half, Breeze Mater Dei was leading Alton Marquette 45-0. As far as Major League Baseball, in the bottom of the sixth, Cincinnati Reds lead the St. Louis Cardinals 4-2. And in that Food City 300 series in NASCAR, Stage 1 won by Ty Gibbs, Stage 2 Justin Allgaier, and Stage 3 Noah Gragson with the overall winner, Noah Gragson. And that's what I've got.
All right. Super. Thank you, Gail. Again, the final score now won. Mahomet Seymour, that was the one I was watching. They beat Lincoln 63-14. Woo! So we still have Lincoln to go.
Yeah.
In a couple of weeks.
I mean, it's not surprising to see Mahomet put a beating on anybody, of course. But Lincoln has been a much improved team over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And we still have to play Lincoln. And you again, like I talked about earlier in the broadcast, you look at those games when you've already played Mahomet, you know how you stacked up with them, how you played against them, and then you try to measure yourself against that. And it's got to make you a little bit more hopeful for Effngham. I mean, you're not just going to go to Lincoln and roll over them like you did in their early days in the conference. But to see that maybe you hung with Mahomet a little better than they did, well, that's a shot in the arm. You don't want to get too confident, but it does make you feel a little bit better about that one. And obviously, Mattoon and Taylorville played each other close last week.
Yes, they did.
And
17-14, as I recall.
And so, still got to take care of your business,
right.
Of course. Don't count your chickens. Don't get all your eggs in a basket. Don't do any other cliche or whatever it is I'm trying to think of that I can't come up with anymore. But that does give you a little more confidence going into that home game with Taylorville next week. And again, those are games you needed this one. Had to have this one. Had to have Charleston last week. And really, you look at the upcoming schedule, I don't care if Mater Dei's struggling or not.
Mm-hmm.
You need these next two games, you really like to have them, and now you can start to feel pretty good about your chances of getting them if you play well.
We got a final, and we might have already had it. And Gail, I apologize. There's a lot going on here. So
Yeah.
If you already gave this, I apologize. Mount Zion beat Taylorville 21-6. That game's gone final. So Mount Zion 21-6 over Taylorville.
Some of that confusion, my fault, by the way. I was chattering in the background here, trying to get things taken down. But,
well, I appreciate that you were, and thanks to Caleb. He's working behind the scenes, and thanks to Gail and everybody who does a wonderful job for us. I did want to say that, what was I going to say? I know it was something fairly important.
You were going to say it's very exciting that the Braves took a late lead over the Phillies.
I'm sure that's what it was. No, actually, what I wanted to say is Albert Pujols has homered.
Did he?
Yes. So that's 698.
Yep.
So he's 2 away from 700. Who in the world doesn't want him to get 700? So go for it, Albert.
Well, I thought the big thing was to get it past Alex Rodriguez on the leaderboard. You know,
Yes.
I mean,
I was also happy about that.
I know we like round numbers. 700's just got a nice ring to it, but getting that extra spot on the leaderboard, and especially because, I don't know, does anybody really like A-Rod that much anymore, especially after his broadcasting career? Might as well be Albert, although I don't know. Someday Austin Riley will be up on that list. That's my prediction.
And you'll spend money for a seat for that one.
Nah, I don't really mean that, but I can't just talk this nice about a Cardinals player without getting in a couple of cracks.
Man, oh man. Don't forget we have NASCAR Cup race action tomorrow night. It's a 5:30 start tomorrow night down at Bristol. We'll have that for you on KJ Country at 102.3. And reminder about all the activities in Effngham, what with Corvette Fun Fest and what with the big event out at the mall. Remember that the Farmers Market's going to be part of that at the mall tomorrow. That's 8 to 4, and then the Midwest Market is from 9 to 4. So much going on. Be sure to take advantage of an opportunity to enjoy it. And my nephew's having a birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday, Travis, just in case you're listening to the game. For Dustin White, for Gail Warner, for Caleb Moody, I'm Greg Sapp. Again, a happy final from here at Mattoon. Effngham 34, Mattoon nothing. And good night, everybody.
Thanks for listening. This has been a production of Premier Broadcasting Incorporated.